Down. We are here at the Hustle Different podcast. Got some unexpected guests today.
Damn, Ted, man, be a shirt, man.
Smoke too much, bro.
Now that's a smoker. That's a real smoker boy.
You ain't got no holes. You ain't talking about nothing.
All right, y'all. This is
Not them kind of hoes.
Yeah, not them kind of holes.
Hustle Different podcast. CCE, Cards, Culture, and Entertainment. I'm your host, unofficial mayor of St. Louis. Everybody's favorite light-skinned homie, Grey D, aka Dave. To my partners, everybody know me, Mook. If we go way back, tonight. My co-host ain't paying no attention, but he good.
I'm good. I'm here.
Ted in the building.
Yes, sir.
I don't know what kind of introduction to give him, so I'm gonna let the man introduce himself.
Hey, man, I'm just here, bro. We
Here.
go back a long
Yes,
ways.
sir. Yes, sir.
We actually do this podcast.
This whole table go way back. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
That's right.
I think I got a little something to say to the people.
All right, well, we gonna call you Ted the Playmaker.
Playmaker.
Ted the
all
Playmaker.
day, just like crime.
Because we can go back. And you have
Put
made
me
some
in,
major
coach,
plays.
put me
You
in.
made some major plays. Those are gonna come out. A lot of people don't know you behind the scenes like that.
Yeah, for sure.
I mean, can we talk about the
Mm-hmm.
Can we talk about that?
Yeah.
Ah.
I haven't seen them guys in
But you got some
a long time.
Yeah, my
That
man was
goes back to the
affiliated.
club back in the day.
Affiliated. He had some dealings. I ain't gonna say he was BMF. He had some dealings with BMF, some good dealings, some business dealings, and my man came out of it. And then right here, y'all, I don't know if y'all know J. Ali, St. Louis hip hop, just a city historian, working on the documentary right now. He got some footage and stuff. His is on hold because he's working with some guys that may have some things going to trial, things like that. So it's coming soon, but he's working on that, trying to get the legality side together of it. What's up, Jay? Say what's up to the people, man.
Hey, what's up? It's your boy J. Ali, man. I'm from uptown, downtown, all around
Everywhere.
town. The most known unknown in the building, man. That city DVD is gonna be busting. There's only so much I can say about it right now, cause there's some legal aspects going on, but it's gonna be hot. It's gonna present a cross section of St. Louis, a snippet of St. Louis that have never really been shown. Other folks have come to St. Louis and filmed, but they didn't really capture the culture. So this DVD is gonna capture the culture. I'm talking about from to and fro, not just the gangster aspect of it, like A&E tried to do us on Gangland.
Wait a minute, let me cut you off. But speaking of gangster, he's also part of the management team of Gangster Status Enterprises, which stretches artists from here to Dallas, Texas. They making some noise out there, Louisiana, all across the globe. You know what I'm saying? They putting it together. So Gangster Status Enterprise, y'all check that out. It's my man Mo. You know what I'm saying? Big shout out, Mo.
Shout out to the Mo Shop,
Mo
man.
Shop family, everybody.
CEO, the
Yes,
owner,
sir. Yes,
doing
sir.
big things.
Yeah, I ain't mean to cut you off when you said gangster. Just triggered something in my head. I want to make sure they knew. Gangster Status Enterprises Management. What's going down?
Collaboration matters.
It's crazy, man. But to tell the real story about St. Louis, about how we came up and how one of our favorite places to go was Northwest Plaza and Saints. And about the
River going way
River
back,
Roads,
going way back. You
the
sound like
strip,
your age, boy.
the Natural Bridge and Kings Highway. The guys.
Yeah.
I ain't gonna say their name
Yeah,
on here
yeah, well, you
because
can
I
get
don't
out
know
and
what
walk.
they talked about it a little bit in the song, but that's really what their culture meant. And it wasn't just all about the gang banging part. It was about macking on the females, dressing fly all the time, and that's what my man's. And that's what my man's came in at. He
Showing
took
out.
me under his wing. I was a young guy running around the mall, man. I was about 14, 15 years old. Dave showed me what time it was, man, how to put this together, put that
Yeah,
together.
they let me go to the mall with them. I'm younger than them, but I had a couple dollars in my pocket. So they used to just let me, him and Tony and them used to let me just go to the mall with them.
see, I
That was
don't
my
know.
ride.
See what I'm saying? See, we've been knowing Ted for a long. Like we grew up in the same. See, everybody like to
We
call
was
what
kids.
we. Everybody
Put it
like
like
to
that.
call what we grew up a project.
40 plus.
I don't know what.
It was the courts,
It
man.
was the course. It was Section 8. How about that?
Yeah.
We wasn't quite the projects. But we was
Aldine
close.
and Kings Highway.
Aldine and
baby.
Kings Highway, Martin Luther King Kings Highway.
Right across
Hey.
the street from Wold Center.
Hey, I got a segment coming up next week. It's called I Survived Wold Center. A lot of these guys right here survived Wold Center already, so they already know. But I'm going to bring in some West Side legends on that one, too. And then last but not least, y'all, this one of my best friends in the world right here. In all honesty, probably one of the first friends I met outside of school that I can straight up say my friend. We've been friends for over 40, over 50. No, I'm only 50. So over 45.
Yes.
Look, I'm gonna get the numbers right.
Get it right.
Over 45 years, man. This man have been friends, top to bottom. I watch him grow from super preppy hood hustler all the way to a CEO and business owner. I'm proud of my guy. Let me see. Street Champs Productions, Street Champs Clothing Line, Gateway City Frenchies, Stringfellow Barbecue coming soon. I mean, the list goes on and on. Everybody, this is my man, Antonio Stringfellow. Welcome to the pod, my guy.
Right on, baby.
It's going to be fun today.
Go back like Cadillacs.
This is going to be
And
fun
Timberlake.
today. Fun today. Jay, I know these guys here. So, Jay, outside of the documentary, what else you got cracking, man? What else going on? Is anything coming up for you?
As far as projects, the documentary is the main thing.
Because you focus right now?
But consistently working with my man's Mo Shot,
Yep.
down in Texas. Continue to move forward and work with you, because to me, I think this is just a launching pad. I'm already convinced this is gonna be the dopest podcast to come out of St. Louis to flow out nationwide. So whatever it takes for J-Rock, J. Ali to do to push that agenda, that's my project. You know what I'm saying? Support my homies in what their endeavors are, whether it's fashion, whether it's music, whether it's business, banking, finance, etc. So that we can have such a strong financial base, a cultural base in St. Louis, that the light gonna be shined on the Midwest. We already have a mark. We've made a mark in a lot of different directions. But I always think that it's always been marginalized to just music or just
gang, or
we the
bad
murder
part.
capital,
Right, murder cap.
or etc. But changing that narrative is my work.
Okay.
That's
what I'm talking
and
about.
pushing us into a space where folks recognize the Midwest, especially St. Louis, Missouri, as a mecca where you can come and whatever your business ideal is, you can develop it and make it happen and grow it so that it stands out and shines like a beacon. So that's my work.
That's what I'm talking about.
That's my work.
And bringing the brothers together.
Right. See, that's what I'm trying to do.
And making a way, for the kids. Everybody be safe. And, back how it was when we was growing up. The neighbor whipped your ass. You know what I mean? Bring that back.
That was right on time. You said neighbor whipped your ass,
Yeah,
get the kids screaming.
Right.
St. Louis has just been put in a box. Unfortunately, you don't have many examples from other cities. People come to St. Louis just to live and save their money because it's cheap. There's a wave of entrepreneurship that's going on in St. Louis that our parents didn't do. My parents aren't entrepreneurs. They worked like a motherfucker to take care of us. We wasn't poor. My parents was making $150,000 a year and we was living in the courts, bro. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. We have been taught to work, but now it's a new wave of hustlers. It's a new wave of hustling. That's why the podcast name is
Hustle Different, baby.
We're going to bring some folk in, man, and show people entrepreneurship in many different forms in St. Louis. Some people call it entrepreneurship. It's all hustling because it's all got to start from somewhere. Now, if you're fortunate enough to make your hustle a business, then now your business works for you. That's what you do. But it's many forms of it that we want to introduce to the people in this podcast and show people how black folk are doing it. And we do have a voice.
But it's a lot of things we need to get to as far as getting these kids, man. And what they coming up with all this new shit like the AI. We need to take these kids and get them in these classes to learn about AI, how to control and work that. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, yeah, that's the future.
Because that's what I'm on right now. I'm finna get the information and get my son and tell him to learn how to work that AI.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Cause
they say it ain't no jobs out here, but it's jobs out here. They just fintech jobs.
But then again, you got to create create your shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Create a lane for yourself. You know what I mean? So my son 15. So my thing now is, you know,
Shout out Lil Money.
You can't teach an old dog new tricks, but you can learn a little something. You know what I'm saying? But I'm gonna take this youngster and guide him to where he can learn about the AI. So when it come time then, 5 years from now, everybody, the big wigs running the show, shit,
They'll
in
be
where
17,
you fit
18
in.
years
You
old.
know what
Them
I'm
the
saying?
big wigs now.
Right, but see,
Get in where you get in.
see, I taught my kids hustle a long time ago. I was born into this. This man can attest to that.
Yeah, yes.
I showed him, not showed him, but he jumped off the porch with me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I remember walking this man home after we come off the set. I am not glorifying this. I'm just saying. My whole point of saying is that look at me now. Well, you know what I'm saying? This is where we came from. I was the first one in the hood to catch a case.
It was respect. We had respect in it, though.
Right. And see, my thing is that now I want the younger people, and when I say younger people, the sad part is I ain't even talking about teenagers. It's some 30-somethings out here that's young up
That's
here.
lost, yo.
You get what I'm saying? If you've never had a role model, what makes you move? If nobody ever showed you it was something different. If the best thing you saw was your uncle that lived in Atlanta with the big house, and that's the best you've ever seen, that's the best you've ever seen. But it's other countries.
Right.
It's bigger houses. Not disrespecting what your uncle doing, but I'm saying it's other things. You want to be better than him. You don't want what he have. You see what I'm saying? You don't want what he have. And my point of this show is bringing people like these guys to this table. Jay, he ain't got no gray yet, but it's getting there. You know what I'm saying? Hey, but I ain't wishing it on you. But I'm just saying though, it's getting. He's very
still
wise.
Spencer in here,
But see,
man.
but you gotta understand too. You had some young big bros. That's my young big bro. I showed him some things, and he ended up overtaking me. So now I can learn from him. But that's cool because it came from me.
Yeah. And we
You
all
get what I'm
family.
saying? It came from me.
the
So
tutelage.
my point is, if we can change one dude life with this pod, I'm good with that.
Oh, yeah,
We can
yeah.
change one black man. You know, changes like to make him say, "Man, I watched this
reach
pod."
one, teach one.
Yes, sir.
one, teach one.
I watched this pod and saw these old heads on there that came up. We ain't rich,
Yeah.
but we cool. We good. Look at us.
Right.
Look at my face.
Yeah.
My face don't look
And
sad.
I
I ain't sad. I'm not rich. I'm happy to be alive.
Right.
You know what I'm
And
And
saying?
you know,
Rich.
rich is what you
We
make
ain't-
it.
Yeah, we ain't
Well-
rich, but I had my best times. I'm talking about some
When we was
great
broke.
times without a dime.
We was
I'm
broke,
way out
bro.
in Cali without a dime, having a ball.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Didn't miss a meal.
Yeah.
Got good while, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean,
Well, see,
money
we was
ain't
living off
everything.
resources then, and I tell people all the time, resources is more valuable than money, man.
Yeah.
I got a bunch of resources. Bunch of
Right.
resources.
Me
Way
and
more
Ted,
valuable than
we
money.
discussed that that's how I get in. I might not be the richest man there at the party, but I'm at the party.
Right.
I'm in the dough.
We
You
in
get
the
what I'm
know.
saying? So
And I
if
got
I'm
invited.
in the party, I got the same opportunity as you if we in the party together.
And then we ain't have a dime, but we stayed fly.
Come on, man.
And you know what?
Stay
It's
fly.
funny that you say that, man, and especially, you know, talking about having mentors. Now, Dave was a mentor to me, and what makes a mentor different from a role model is typically a role model, you are assessing their value or whatever, you're convinced that what they do could be a persona.
Yeah.
But a mentor
Take
is
you
going
by
to
the
take
hand.
you under their wing and show you a pathway, a segue to get to whatever you're trying to do in a more positive way. Dave never said, "Hey, J-Rock, this you should do. You can go hustle and do this, do that." He never did that, and I didn't have mentors in my life that took me down that pathway. I had a whole bunch of homeboys that was doing all kind of stuff. I mean, I'm from the West Side.
Yes, sir. Wow. Well,
You know,
this
and
all
I ain't
West
glo-
right
and
here.
I
This
ain't
all
gonna talk
West
about
right
the
here.
actual neighborhood because it's still active, but I'm from the West, and they was acting up.
Yeah.
But the older guys, and rest in peace to my homie Clyde, man, he died a couple
R.I.P.,
years ago.
R.I.P.
Man, they wouldn't even allow me to do it.
That was me.
They say, "Man, you going to school,
Yeah,
J-Rock?"
Yeah.
People saw something in you, bro.
Yeah.
They
And
say-
that's good when now whoever them guys was some smart guys because it's easy for me to say, here, come on.
Yeah.
Or if I see something better in you and be like, nah, you better than that.
Yeah.
Go on and do that.
Right.
Go on and do
But
that.
see,
Because
we saw that though. We
saw that.
My
watched
nephew-
the gangbangers. We ain't
Hey,
want to
look.
choose
Yeah.
that
Look,
route.
They
man.
made
We
me.
was,
They made me fight 1-on-1 with cats.
Right.
To let
him and
them
him?
know I
Him-
wasn't.
him
I
and
wasn't,
him?
I wasn't joining no gang. I'm 12
Hey,
years
look.
old.
Jay,
Right.
I make my own money. I got
they
to hang
bang.
with the
Me
big
and him used
boys.
to bang.
Oh, yeah.
Like it was a thing. It wasn't. When we fought, it was over with.
Yeah.
We went on here and
Hey,
played
you knocked this stick
kickball.
off my shoulder.
Yeah, you knocked this
Don't
stick
knock
off
it
my shoulder. Come on, what you
Mm-hmm.
doing? And you know, you go shoulder to shoulder, do the do-si-do for a minute,
Right.
do-si-do and all that stuff.
I remember I used to fight Chris Chipper.
Yep.
Oh,
Every
yeah.
motherfucking day, Jack. Woo! I'm talking about me and Chris used to hit each other with bats, sticks, bricks, whatever.
Right.
Because you wasn't. Oh man, that shit was crazy.
Right, but
But
let
we
somebody
did.
else. But let somebody else come in our neighborhood.
We was together. Could nobody walk through
We
that.
could have been fighting,
And
but
we
let
stopped the
somebody
fight
else
to
go
fight somebody else
to
walking
fight somebody else. You know what I'm
Crazy.
saying? So Jay, I know you've been through that too. You know what I'm saying? You've seen that in the neighborhoods.
Man, look.
But we like I said, a lot of people don't know Martin Luther King King's Highway. Just to give you the main intersection, that's where we came
They
up
tore
at.
it down now.
Yeah,
They
it's all
the
tore down.
complex
I'm talking
Right.
about White Castle's, Wendy's.
Yeah.
Remember Wendy's? See,
Yeah,
that's
Wendy's is on the
way
corner,
back.
Dairy
Wendy's is
Queen.
right there.
Yeah,
What you talking about, the White Castles on Wales or the
Yeah, right on the
you
corner of
see
Wells,
where
the
the
original
gas
one.
station
Yeah,
is now.
Where the gas station
Kill
is now.
spot.
Yeah,
Kill
kill
spot,
spot. That
And
round
it
the
was
back,
a
come around the
Chinaman right
wall.
there, the Chinaman
Look,
on the
come
corner.
around the wall and get you in the drive-through
Hey,
like
Right.
We weren't going down there though. We was on the west. We couldn't, you know, that one we couldn't do it.
Oh, yeah.
I could.
Hey, but we
You know,
stumped
but-
everywhere. We ain't
Yeah,
had
yeah, I
no problem.
mean,
I went to
yeah.
school with the Crips. I went to school with
Yeah.
the Bloods. You know what I mean? Everybody knows String Fella.
Right.
I mean, I don't have no problems.
Right. And that's another thing too. This show is not about beef. So if you want to hear about beef and negativity,
Yeah.
don't watch it.
Call 1-800-BEEF.
Don't
That's
watch
what
it.
you want.
Go watch Adam 22 and watch them guys and all that stuff for the beef. Because this here, we actually trying to change that narrative.
Yeah.
I want to get my young
Yeah, because
people-
I don't want nobody to think that I'm soon to be Dr. Robinson. I'll be finishing my
Yes,
dissertation.
Dr. Robinson.
My life is totally changed.
Congratulations on that.
Hey,
Congratulations.
you know what? Can you help this nigga? Huh, Doc?
Amen.
What up, Doc?
Something, you know what I'm saying?
That's
But
solid, man.
yeah. And so I'm dealing with a sprained knee right now, so I took some pain pills, but I'm alright.
I
You
gotta
know what I'm
get you some
saying?
of that oil we got.
Okay.
Word.
What'd you say?
Word.
So Dave, if I could ask you, I know you asked the question. If I could ask you, and then everybody that's that's on the panel out here, what would you say was the biggest difference between guys that went to the city schools and they stayed in the city schools and kids like me that was D-Seg babies? D-Seg.
So you went straight to the
I'm a
county.
D-Seg.
He did.
I was D-Seg.
He was D-Seg
But I
too.
was D-Seg
So y'all
back to
was.
the city.
I wasn't in no
Yeah.
part of that. I stayed in the
Okay.
city. I stayed in the city. So I went down to RTC. I wasn't D-Seg, but they bust me to the south. You know what I'm saying? But far as city and county goes, I am going to say this. It seemed like county dudes always seemed like they had more bread, because we was under this misconception that if you live in the county, you was rich. Because usually the people we visited in the county was well off. You get what I'm saying? It was well off because the
But
circles
not
we was
knowing
running.
where we was staying at,
We was staying around some. Oh yeah, not knowing. You know what I'm saying? We thinking because we used to our neighborhood.
'Cause
We used to that building.
If there was a single parent in our neighborhood, and we still had one of our friends had their mother and father in the house, so it was just like we had our mother and father too.
Yeah.
You know what I
My
mean?
mom and daddy was for everybody.
I am the prime
You know what I'm
example.
saying?
Look, these people, families, Jay. Me and Ted done spent summers out of town together with his family. They take me. You get what I'm saying? I straight ride out, and we out there in nice big houses, sports cars, money and all that stuff. But we ain't even look. We outside. We running around the house. We
right.
tripping off all the stairs in the house.
Yeah.
We tripping off the high ceilings. We on some whole other. You get what I'm saying? But the cool part was I saw all that when I was young. So when I came into money, I didn't get silly. You get what I mean? That was the lucky part.
And then one
We
thing
grew up
we-
around money, so by the time I got money, I knew how to handle it.
And we not gonna do anything for no money.
No.
See, my family owned all the mobile gas stations in St. Louis when I was coming up. We owned 39 stations.
Wow.
So at 12 years old, I was working. They was hustling. So the courts, everybody was hustling. I'm the only kid with a job. I owned my first business at 16 in Northwest Plaza.
Wow. Look at that.
So
Big up.
The family that we created in the courts, they didn't want me to hustle. Hey, I was a big athlete. Man, go to practice and go to work. The neighborhood made me do that.
Yep.
So for me, when I went to the county, I was always a leader. I didn't let that and them white folks brainwash me into thinking something else. I know where I came from. I know what I got. I had mentors, so I knew what I was going to do, business-wise. I knew what I was going to go into. A lot of people didn't have that. And in the school districts, if you in the county and the city, the difference is in the city, black folk, kids, we tend to lower our standards of what we should be doing when it's a lot of us. That's the purpose of DSEG. DSEG is to put you around some other students so you can raise your level of standard for what you want out of life.
Yep.
That's what its purpose was. Right. But we totally missed that purpose because we make it a riff. St. Louis is the only city that I've lived in, that I've been through. I've lived all over this country. St. Louis is the only place that you can go to that people give a fuck about where you went to high school. Other than that, nobody gives a fuck about where you went to high school.
Right.
Nobody.
I've lived in Florida, California, Texas, New England. I've lived in New England, bro. Way up there. Nobody cares where you went to high school.
I brought this up with Lando on the show last week. The subconscious reason why people ask what high school you went to is so they can do the knowledge. St. Louis is so small.
Yes.
So, Jay, just say you said you went to XYZ school. So I'm going to say, okay, who I know go there? Oh, so-and-so go there. So when you walk off, either back in the day when I get home, or if I bump into him, be like, man, what's up with old boy?
Or it's an economic status. We use it as an economic status here.
6
Oh, I went to Ladue. I went to Viviani. I went to Lindbergh. You know, that's what they use.
And that's why I went.
And people try to make it to where you a book.
Dude,
none of that
it was
shit
some
don't
of the
mean
dumbest people, dog. Just because you go to a good school don't make you smart.
Yeah.
Right.
Just because you got a fast car don't mean you can drive it. You get what I'm saying? That's the thing. I met girls that went to Lindbergh and went to Ladue that was dumb as a box of rocks.
Yeah.
And they probably not listening to this, so it don't matter. They
right
know
now.
who they are.
Yeah.
They know they messed with me.
they watch it.
He talking about me. Yeah,
Remember
you know
this?
what?
Hey, Beans, I know you remember we had a turn a long time ago. Charlie and Stan, all of us, I go to Lindbergh. Dog walked up on a super bad girl back in the skating days. Walked up on her. Gorgeous. Walked up to her. Hey, how you doing? Probably 16, 17. I think we was at a basketball game. Walked up to her. She spent around, looked at me, man. She opened her mouth and literally said, I go to Lindbergh. Man, my partners never fell out laughing, bro. And it wasn't nothing. And it was an ongoing thing.
Yeah.
So at that point, it was like the joke. You know how the girl turned around and got the horse teeth or whatever. So from that point on, we started straight doing our straight whole scanning up and down, making sure it was some decent conversation, all that. And then my man right here, I ain't gonna even bring that up.
You know what? You know
See
what I'll
my
say?
guy though.
I'll say that the thing that I recognized was it allowed the DSEG program and going to those schools. What it allowed for a person like me was it allowed me to focus on the academic aspect of it because I didn't have to be a knucklehead. Right. See,
yeah,
it wasn't about being hard or who was this. It was about, in order for you to stay eligible to play the sports, you had to get the grades. So the curriculum was a little bit different. The curriculum was a little bit more advanced and etc. So it allowed you an opportunity to truly take advantage of an education system that can help take you to the next level, whether it's going to be college, military, starting your own business. It allowed that space. But like my man Ted was just saying, it didn't take me so far out of the realm that I still wasn't respected in the neighborhoods.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
You got a view of both worlds. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. See, both worlds is where, I mean, you universal now. You know what I'm saying? You can get with this, you can get with that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? That's just what it made you. You know
It
what I
better
mean?
prepare
That's
you.
what, because I can get with, you can put Bon Jovi on, Duran, you know, rap, country,
whatever.
I can get with it all. You know
It's
what
no
I'm saying?
different than the white folks down in Fiona, Missouri that only have 2 black folks in their town. It's no different than them having a culture shock or having an indifference about black folk because they don't be around black folk.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Right, exactly.
It's no different. So
But
if you stayed in the city and you weren't
That's
around
all you
those
know.
folk, that's all you knew.
But by you going out
Yeah.
there, because man, I met some good white people, man. You know, they came and get me out the city and took me out to their house, fed. I mean, you getting the best of both worlds. That's what
I think a lot of it is St. Louis is just racist. And
That too.
And you
Whoa.
tend to
The
look
last-
at and you
Whoa,
tend to,
no cut.
no,
Straight to it.
Straight to it, bro.
Black and white.
Everything's black and
Hey,
white.
that's
and
what
about,
it is. Raw and uncut.
Everything's black
saying.
and white. It's not about humanity.
Oh, shit.
See, as a human,
there
as
you
it
go.
just being
Showing
human
that.
has value in itself.
Right.
And when people stop looking at the humanity side of things, then you want to put yourself in a group.
Right.
That's where you get these radicals. That's where you get these ideologies and all this other shit from. Where in actuality, some problems that we have as black folk just stem from humanity. Because we have put ourselves
Right.
in some fucked up situations culturally,
Yeah.
and we still think it's cool. It's not. And now that these kids are out of hand, now we trying to sugarcoat the situation and trying to figure out and say, oh, well, it ain't them. They got pressure. We had pressure back then, too.
Right.
And guess what? We couldn't pick up a phone to call nobody.
Man,
You had to
cell phone.
handle that pressure on your ass right then.
Because
Right.
if you, by the time you got home, called your people,
Man, it
tell
was
them what
over.
happened.
Yeah, it was over.
It was done.
They ain't coming. They ain't
coming. It's over.
They
already
ain't coming.
over, man.
But no, my thing is, okay, look, well, I got these guys at the table. Jumping subjects a little bit, 50-year anniversary of hip hop. Now, this ain't really about that right now. We're going to get into that. But I tripped off, we talking about St. Louis. It was a shooting at the St. Louis Art Museum, bro.
Was it?
Yes, sir.
When?
Right after the hit, during the hip hop. That's what make it so sad. It's the only time that the hip hop
Yeah.
exhibit been there, and it's a shooting on the park. Google right now whenever it was a shooting at art at the art museum.
We need order in the world.
Exactly,
world.
order in the loop. You get what I'm saying?
Order
Look,
in the
it was a shooting at the hip hop exhibit at the art museum, bro. That's when it showed me that we can't have nothing
Well,
here.
here's what it is. It's somebody's sensitive ass kids who done been told no, mad at the event, and they popping off in the air. Cause did anybody get shot?
Yes,
Somebody got shot?
yes.
Well, they wasn't popping in
Oh,
there.
they wasn't popping
Yes.
off in no air.
Well,
Yes.
well, check this out. Before you,
I just want
before
y'all
y'all got
opinion
here-
on that. I want y'all opinion on that.
Before y'all got here, me and my man was outside talking, and I made a statement. I said, look, I say when it's an idol, that means you idolizing a person, and if that person is a killer or a mass murderer, and that's what you looking up to emulate,
That's what you
it ain't Jordan and Mike Tyson and different people when we was coming up. Now it's King Von and it's Lil Durk and it's all the different other rappers that's in that circle. Now,
Shout out Lil
I
Durk,
was
though. I did help
in
him
there,
really
smirk
good, yeah.
the home. I was in Chicago to watch a lot of the drill scene develop. I'm talking about from Chief Keef
You watched it
to
blow up.
Dirk to how it really began. And I ain't gonna get too far from there, but I'm just the mindset. So now, whereas a lot of the hip hop guys, when hip hop first started, what they wanted to do is battle rap. Who got the best bars? Who got the best flow? Who got the now it's who can drill?
Now it's who got the best resume.
No. Who can
Got
drill?
the biggest pistol.
Look, who can drill and then rap about it?
Yeah.
Playing with ops, man. Like they really was
Oh,
playing
that's
like
what that means?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, drilling.
Yeah, Ted drilling.
The
Like,
opposition.
drilling.
They really drilling.
Not like drill. Look,
Yeah.
that.
What you thought they was talking about?
Bands.
Listen, and I'm dealing with a couple of these artists right now, and I'm not knowing that that's really what that
drill
meant.
mean?
That
Yeah.
means.
Yeah.
My
That
man
mean
said.
kill.
My man
So
said.
they done went out there and put their work in, and then
They
put
talking
it in, they
about
telling
it.
them they
rapping about
But
it.
see,
I don't need none of them.
drill
around me. I
music
can't manage
is-
none of them niggas because they
look,
going to the
drill
feds.
music is who can keep it the
Shit.
realest, and they telling the real story. Who can keep it the realest?
Oh, that's what that is.
That's what
Yeah.
drill
Hey
is.
Dave, what my man said was he said it was something that happened. He said, man, what needs to happen if it was duels again, people be conscious about what they say on albums and stuff like that. He said, that's what's
even
been
worse.
happening in Chicago for the past 10, 12 years. And it's just starting to end. It's just starting to end. The only thing that ended it, guess what's ending it now? The death of King Von and the death of FBG Duck. That's the only thing.
Right.
So the artists themselves are getting killed.
Now
and
it's nothing else.
Yeah, they
to,
trying
it's
to
no
stop
problem.
that
they-
shit.
But see,
yeah.
my thing is that's why I think the
Because
female rap.
why you gonna rap and make all this money
to get killed,
Right.
to go back. That doesn't make any sense to
You know what
me.
I'm saying?
Ted, they want to be martyrs.
Martyrs to a cause.
But
A
that- you
They want
cause
to be
that
martyrs, bro. They
Hey,
really believe that after they
they
die,
need to
these
rope-
people gonna praise them.
They need to rope all their ass up and send them over there to Iraq. Damn.
Ukraine needs some help.
Shit,
They want to
right.
go help somebody. They want to go shoot up. Go help Ukraine.
But now
Shit.
that's why the music.
I didn't
is,
mean to take you off the thing.
Oh, no, you good.
That's
That's why the
where we at.
music is shifting to
where we at.
the females.
And they.
But listen, what I'm saying is that look, they trying to get so freaky where they can get a percentage of these drill music guys, drill guys off
But
the
not
street.
only that though.
I'm
but
just
they-
telling
they
you.
Well, the
talking
labels
Hold
are
up, man. Hold up, man. Let me
Alright,
get one in, man.
alright.
This man talking about, I don't know what I'm going to say. Boy, you ain't him. Hey, let
Hey,
him.
but no, though.
Hold on, man.
Go on, finish. I got something to say.
Hold on a minute. Like, that's why Sexy Red so hot. That's why all the women rappers are hot right now. It's a bunch of them we haven't heard yet.
But
Shout out to Blakeyana, my people. You
Yeah,
know what I'm
yeah,
saying? Shout out to
Blakeyana.
Blake. You know what I'm saying? But it's opening that door. So what's gonna happen now? We finna have a wave of girl rap because they gotta pull back on this drill because it's everywhere.
they
it's
gotta
killing them.
pull back
Dude,
on it.
I was watching let me finish. Let me tell you. Look, I was watching a video today. Dude was showing me, and he was like, dude was spitting, and they put the lyrics up, and dude was flashing the headlines. You get what I'm saying? Dude rapping about people he killed, and they flashing the headlines of so and so shot and killed on so and so, so and so. Everybody he's saying, they flash up the article. This dude, this straight got murdered.
But yeah.
A lot of them guys, man,
But what I'm saying is, as
they
far
not
as
gonna last, bro. That's my
these
thing. They
women
want to be
rap-
martyrs.
I mean, I give shout out to them, but they gonna be misleading the young ladies.
Right, but they gotta shift the murder.
Man,
They'd
they
rather
need
have a
to
bunch of
shift-
freaks out here than a bunch of
You
murderers.
right about
Man,
that,
but-
Ben. You right about that.
I'm just lying. I ain't gonna lie to you.
I,
They'll legalize prostitution before they want these murders out here.
man,
You know, my thought about that is the labels need somebody to control. They can't control these kids if they're doing that.
The labels are promoting it though.
right? That's
Well,
what
yeah.
it is. The
labels
problem.
got insurance on you.
Yep,
Yeah.
life
So
insurance.
if something life insurance.
They get more money
So
out, bro.
if something happened to you,
Empire
then
Records. That's why Empire
But that's
Records
a
so
whole
rich.
nother-
Look,
that's a
I
whole
ain't gonna
nother
go
talk.
into
That's a whole nother
I'm far
combo.
from bringing up. Okay.
But
My
at the
bad.
same time, though, the girls are gonna win because at this point, their music is hot.
And women support
Women. That's the whole
concert
point.
Right,
wise.
what's what
All
Pac
that.
said? You get the woman, the man
The
gonna
man
follow.
gonna follow.
behind.
So it really don't matter. The label itself
What you
is gonna
just
win
said.
regardless. So if they don't mess with these kids no more with this drill thing, like y'all saying, if that stops and if that the label's still winning. So you're gonna have a bunch of kids in the hood now again, because I helped with Lil Durk's deal. So I know what the Chicago thing is doing up with money wise, but now if they can't get signed, now you're gonna have all these little kids in the street again.
But see, they can't book shows. That's
Well,
why
you never could
everybody's
book
a-
shows for kids.
But no, what I'm saying is that the rappers these days can't book shows because all they can do is the internet. The promoters don't want that.
Yeah, exactly.
Right,
promoter
cause
don't want that.
shit,
The promoter
somebody-
don't want that.
Somebody
The promoter
just
don't
got
want that.
shot at Lil Baby concert.
Somebody got shot at Little Baby's concert.
Yeah.
Where was this at?
They acting up.
What was that at? This
was
happened
recent.
like about a week and a half ago, 2 weeks.
It was outside. They were saying that it was
on
after
the
his show.
inside,
Oh, it was
while he was on stage.
Oh, okay. See, I ain't know about that.
That's yeah.
But
We
see,
can't
like,
even go to a concert and enjoy the artist now.
that's why the Rock the Bells tour was
I don't get out
canceled.
much no
Look,
more.
the Rock the Bells
So,
tour. We was getting ready to go to the Rock the Bells tour, LL.
Yeah.
They didn't come here.
So you're going to have to start throwing the concert on
Oh, that
on
tour!
YouTube,
I didn't know
you
that
what I
tour
mean?
didn't come
They
here.
didn't come here. They canceled it here. But like I tell everybody, like I was telling you, we are day of people. St. Louis people don't like
We ain't
putting their money.
pre-selling yeah.
People
we're
in St.
not a
Louis do
pre-sale
not like
place.
putting their money up front because something could come up. Now let's put it. If I put my ticket on a card and then emergency come up, now I got to return the ticket. It's probably gonna take 3-4 days to get that money back on my card, etc., etc. No, we gonna be like this. The
Right.
show tonight. Look, I'm gonna check my money.
That happened with the Jones
Like, look, I
deal,
beat you
so,
there, or you coming to scoop me. That's what happens.
St.
But
Louis is that time to town.
For promoters, do they shows a lot.
But that's
of
why they
times,
don't like
they
us.
They forecast the money because of the ticket sales.
Yeah.
But we not like that. So like Beyonce sold a lot of tickets, but she sold a lot of tickets the day of too. You get what I mean?
I think it's like you was going back to what you were saying. The 50th year anniversary, for the 50th year anniversary of hip hop, for it to culminate into what it is now is kind of crazy. But that's where it is now, though. When the rap industry now is driven, they got a whole nother genre of music that they calling opium music or something now that's finna get crazy,
opium
man.
rap. Yeah.
That's the drug.
Yeah, they calling it a new
That's
opium
that
rap. I just
Crazy.
okay, look.
That's why I listen to. I ain't gonna even. That's why I listen to Boost. Church music now in the car. I listen to Boost Radio. I'm all spiritual, man. I'm trying to change my life with y'all.
Hey,
Go
man,
ahead.
opium flow is gonna keep, man. Some people gonna die, man, and they gonna die by their own hands. They gonna crash out, literally.
Literally
Cause
crash out.
they hide, man. They hide, and they man.
That's a motherfucking hell of a high, boy.
And look, it's more videos of people
telling you.
shooting at people than actually people shooting people.
Say that one more time.
There are more videos on the internet of people shooting at people than people actually shooting people.
Oh, well, that's another thing too. They need
Because
to go to gun
they
range.
jumping. Look, have you ever seen them jump with the
Right,
AK?
right.
How you
Go
how
to
you
gun range.
aiming,
And
bro,
what they
like
play
this?
when they do that? PGF Nook. Now that's one of Dirk brought him out.
See, we from the old school. We finna size you up and save them bullets. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
That's what they pushing though. PGF Nook ain't
Well, I
even
want
from
them
the
to
side
go to the gun range. Learn how to shoot.
Or just stop, man. Just stop playing like that. You know what I'm
too,
saying?
yo.
Probably about 6-7 years ago, I had a business partner. We was gonna open a paintball field right there on, I want to say, Hall Street and something. But anyway, my whole thing was we pitched it to the city. The city was cool with it because we explained to them like, look, if we can get these people to come play paintball, it'll relieve some of that trigger stress. I mean, they want to go home, might want to go home and play the video game. The odds would be different. I can't guarantee that the outcomes.
Well,
gonna
nothing's
change.
in the city for these kids. In St. Louis City, there's nothing for the kids to
And
do.
it was within 10
Midnight
miles.
basketball.
It was in.
What they doing midnight basketball?
No, midnight basketball saved a lot of lives.
Oh, it
Lord.
saved us.
Hey,
Yeah.
but they
Now wait a minute. If you could get in, because
got
at Wolves and we was doing it midnight basketball.
Shout
they
out
got
to
walls standing
shout out
open
to
at 1
Pee-wee.
o'clock now.
Do they?
1
Shout out
o'clock
to
in the morning
Pee-wee.
for kids. Yeah.
I did not know that.
So you figure you got a kid.
Well, how come they don't
going to Walls
advertise
at
that,
1
Tony?
o'clock in
How
the
come they
morning?
don't
Center.
advertise?
I don't know, yo.
Cause ain't no money in
But
But
advertising.
still,
that.
you got to figure. You got a kid.
That's what we
going,
gonna do, Ted.
That's
That's,
what we
our
gonna
hood.
do.
We finna bring the hood
Yeah.
back.
You
I mean,
got a
they
kid
open till
going.
1 o'clock.
If you got a kid going up there at 1 o'clock, now who coming to get him to take him home? So now he got
Yeah.
to walk home at 1
Walk
o'clock
home
in the
at 1,
morning.
yeah.
And who out lurking?
Yeah. Yeah.
Everybody.
Well, I
that
think they
need
could put buses together. Like I was when I was in St. Louis for the back to school kickoff, right? It was a concern. How are these kids gonna get down to the Americas Center? I think down on convention. How are they gonna get there so
To
that
get
they
their
can get the
backpack, get their
supplies and get the
supplies.
things they
Right,
need?
get back home safe.
So they coordinated an effort with the bus companies, the yellow buses. So people that couldn't make it there, didn't have a rider, etc. It was a whole team of buses that picked
doing
up
that for
the
But
kids
now
and the
somebody had
parents
to pay
up.
for that.
Yeah.
Somebody had to pay for it. But with ARPA funds, now we get into a little bit of the logistics of how the city should work. Now with the ARPA funds, they consistently are trying to figure out what are we gonna do with this money. So right now it's not a whole lot that's being done with it.
Right.
Those funds, so why not divert some of those funds to these programs that y'all been talking about for midnight basketball, for recreational centers that could be, and then provide transportation. Yeah, it may deplete it a little bit, but shouldn't there be worth some lives?
But the sad part is we can probably find investors to do that, but we need to find a security company. These days, we was our own security back in the day.
Right.
You had an OG that would be like, nah, man, y'all ain't finna do that. That was enough security to make two dudes not
My
bad.
ass got saved by the OGs all the time.
You get what I'm saying? Like, when we get ready to run down on you, OG like, nah, bro, that ain't finna happen. He might not be on your side, but he ain't on his side either. He just don't want to see it happen. You see what I mean? These days, you can't put no kids somewhere. Man, everybody want their 5 minutes of fame. People do dumb stuff over this fight. It ain't even 15 minutes no more. It's 5 minutes of fame.
Now let me give you a snapshot. Let me give you a snapshot real quick. Now back in 2006, it was here in St. Louis. Back in 2006 at Fairground Park. All y'all know what Fairground Park is. So do y'all remember Senator? Y'all remember Jeff Smith? Google the name later on. Jeff Smith. He was a senator. He was a teacher at Washington for a long time. He was a senator. He organized the Jeff Smith basketball tournament. Okay. I played in it for 2 years straight. Okay, he had all of the sponsors. He had Walmart, which was a big one. So the entry fees, $0. The shirts for the tournament, I'll shoot you some of the pictures. The shirts for the tournament, $0. It was a double elimination tournament. Whoever win or whatever you win the pot. All these sponsors. It was successful. Do you know when that basketball tournament was going on? Wasn't no security and wasn't no police. When that basketball tournament was going on, there was 0 shooting, 0 crime in St. Louis. And it went on for a full day. It was a double elimination tournament. Came back the next year. Did the tournament again. After that third year, the aldermen got together. That's when old man Bosley, that was his ward, where that park is. They said, no, we need to start charging. We need to get the money.
Right, about the money, yo.
And look,
that's what they did to midnight.
And he wouldn't do it. He wanted to keep it free. A year later, he got indicted for campaign irregularities and went to federal prison.
Yep, that's messed up, man. Take it from.
Set up, yo.
Well, we know in St.
And
Louis,
guess what?
it's easy
And by the
to
way,
get set up.
by the way, Jeff Smith was white.
Yeah.
Well,
it don't matter.
He came
Politics
up playing
is
ball
politics.
down at
Look,
Woes.
money trumps
Money
everything.
talks politics, and in St. Louis,
Trumps
if they want
every
you,
color,
if they want you
race,
out of a
creed,
position
all that.
because you trying to create change, they'll want you out. They'll
And that's
get you
where
out.
it come in and people do anything for money, man.
Yeah.
But you see the point I was trying to make?
Yeah.
It can happen. It can happen if you organize it. It can happen, and you don't have to. It's the ideal that's gonna keep people in check, because the people that want to be involved, the parents that may have felt like they were disenfranchised, because sometimes those entry fees can be expensive. How I'm afford it? No, y'all welcome to come. This is on Natural Bridge and Fire. You know what happens right there.
Right, but see, you
No
got people
violence,
in high places right now that don't want that to happen.
They don't want it to happen, bro.
That's why it's not happening.
That's why it's not happening.
They don't
I mean,
want it to happen.
that's listen.
Just like with the rap, they don't want conscious rap.
Yeah.
They want this kill Bill shit.
Yeah.
No,
You know
like I
what I'm
said,
saying?
if you made a song about killing dogs,
Oh,
they'll be on your ass.
Oh man, you
Peter,
going
what
to
their
jail.
name?
They'll be on
Peter.
everybody, them housewives that never heard rap ever. Make a song
yeah,
about
whatever.
killing a damn dog. Make a song about
You know they
killing
love
dogs.
dogs more than they love people.
Make a song about killing a white woman.
Yeah.
It's gonna be on and popping. But make a song about killing brothers. That's the number one
Man, that's
selling
what they
right
want,
now.
man.
Drill music.
And these guys, y'all gotta understand, these biggest artists in the world are signed to like Rock Nation and all that. So they're pushing that. They just let you know that it's about the dollar. They're even
No, it ain't. It's
Dude,
about the dollar.
It's about the dollar,
It's
bro.
about the
Because you
dollar,
got the
but
same
it's
management
about
company as
self-destruction
Rihanna.
of blacks.
You got the
It's about
same management
self-destruction of
company as
blacks.
Rihanna
That's
and
what it
Jay
is.
and all that, but then you got some drill people under that same management, bro. They pushing that.
Yeah.
Just because it don't seem like they pushing it up front,
Yeah.
they pushing it, but with their hands in their pocket. Look,
Yeah.
they ain't doing no work.
Well, that's
Or
a
they
that's a
hide their
that's a
hand.
department at the label, and it's some A&Rs, and that's
They
what they're
run that
taught. That
department.
run that division.
Yep,
That's
run
what
that-
they're
yep,
taught.
yep.
But I mean, for them, in every business, I don't fault a business for wanting to make a profit. They're a label. They're supposed to make a profit. They're fronting money to artists, so they got to get their money back. I fault us because we're the only culture that indulges into that bullshit. No other culture does it. I mean, so we we yearn. Black folk yearn for that type of bullshit, man. That it's just what
we trained.
Well, I get it,
Right.
but it's at some point, when do we untrain ourselves
That's
to
the
try to
hardest
figure
part
out
about it.
how to do better?
Ted, you got more people yelling this, and you got a handful of people whispering that.
Shout out to Hustle Different.
You get what
That's
I'm
where it
saying?
starts.
Yeah.
You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's
I
where
guess
it
we started on the
starts.
podcast.
This
That's
is
what
what
we're
we
here
do.
for.
where it
We
starts.
trying, bro. Look, we trying all this, and see what I like about this is forever.
Yeah.
So it might not hit nobody today. It might hit somebody 50 years from now, just scrolling through the internet and see this.
Word
That's
up,
what I
yeah.
love is forever. My great grandkids can come on the internet and see their grandfather and be like, wow, their great granddad, like, wow, he was straight up out here like that.
Yeah.
Yes, I was. You know what
Yeah,
I'm saying?
I am actually a
I don't
granddaddy
brag
now.
about my street life. I brag about
Oh,
the
me
fact I
too,
made it
yo.
out.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? And
Exactly.
it's gonna be a lot of people on this show that are St. Louis street legends. Street Champs is gonna be a part of. It's gonna be a segment on here, and we're gonna bring in all the OGs. And y'all don't understand. I know y'all gonna trip off this. The people that I know. I know a lot of people, and can't none of these people say nothing bad about me. And that's the
Yeah.
best part about it.
And that's why we can walk around.
You know what I
with
mean?
no
I can walk
problem.
in.
why we walk around with no
I've
problem.
caught a flat tire and got less than 5 minutes from my car, and somebody driving down the street. Hey, Dave, man, what
All
you
the
doing
time.
walking, bro? Hold up, you
All
know what
the
I'm saying?
time.
Yeah.
And that's a beautiful thing. Instead
Yeah.
of somebody pulling up and going, "That's Dave."
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? No, it ain't like that.
Crunch
Yeah.
time.
And I'm cool
Yeah.
because we come from a different time, a different era. I know some killers, personally. I know some killers. I know some straight hustlers. I know some killers. I know some thieves. I know. I'm serious.
Some dealers.
Dealers.
We know people that's
Anybody.
that's
You know
getting
what I'm
it.
saying?
So we're gonna
Get
show them
it.
how to hustle different. We
Right.
grown
That's the
now.
whole
Real.
point. And I'm gonna bring them on the show
Show 'em
because
how to
ain't none of
hustle
them guys selling dope no more.
Yeah. They
And
gonna call me.
successful,
They
yo,
successful. Some of
Yeah.
them were smart enough
to take that
to
bread.
take that bread and do some, or they had somebody get in their ear that had a positive message. Like we said, Ted, we want you to hoop. Somebody said, man, look, dog, you where you need to be. You need to get out now.
Yep.
Get out now.
Yep.
See, I was hard headed. It took a couple cases for me to get out.
Word.
Real talk. Took a couple.
Well,
I was
they
hard
always
headed
left
though.
me. Now you can't go. You can't.
Yeah, see, that's what I'm saying.
I'll see you
when
later.
it was when it was
Yes.
something super risky, I
Yeah.
always was by myself.
'Cause
He'd
that's
tell-
how you do it.
I would never put him at risk. I'd never put him or you at risk. If I know it's seamless, we just finna ride, boom, 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 you good. But if I even think for a millisecond,
Yeah.
Now we
this
kick
could go
ass
left.
now.
But that's love, bro.
right? And
That's love. That's why we all
I'm just
still
trying
here
to
this
get that
day, 40 years
reciprocation.
later.
Get that reciprocation from all y'all. Y'all know who y'all are. I want everybody that watch this, please. If you got a story to tell, if you know somebody who came out of, you know what I'm saying, if they came up from nothing and made themselves something, dead or alive, we still want to hear their story because they are part of St. Louis. They are part of the brick that built this foundation. You know
Straight
what I'm
up,
saying?
yo.
Straight up, though. You know what I mean?
Especially if you got a business, come holler at the biz
Oh yeah,
doctor.
for sure. The
We
playmaker,
definitely wanna-
playmaker.
we definitely
y'all.
wanna put you on.
Networking, everything, man. See, that's what I'm talking. See, this is what this show do. We gonna make some new relationships,
Yep.
bring some old ones back together.
There you go.
You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And then it's just gonna move forward. And any of these guys are welcome here anytime.
Man,
You
they
got a
say-
chair, Jay. I told you, you got a chair anytime you want to come up. This is my best friend.
For
So
sure.
Reach
I ain't
for
even
it.
gotta
Tell them
count
where
for
to
him.
find you on your IG.
Yeah, Jay, get my
My
your
Instagram is
contact.
JAYROCK JRock2194, or you can find me on the book at JAYALI Jay Ali in
Jay
the
Ali,
building.
I'm telling you, this man here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't have too much social media. You know what I mean?
Ha, well,
I'm
you know they
getting
can
there.
find me, the biz
getting
doctor
there.
_Teddy at RG, the biz doctor.
Y'all can go to what is mine? I just did something recently. I'll have it by the end of the show. I told you I
You
took
can
some.
find
I
me
took some meds.
rolling the streets in St. Louis on 12s.
Right. We had to find Antonio. He ain't on no social media.
But you keep them clean though.
Yeah. He ain't on no social media. You know, we had to drag
Oh,
him.
dude, look, dude, you cut two corners. If you ain't, by the time you make that third one, you've been to scene, Tony.
Yeah.
You hear me? That's the truth. Any part of time. And then part of the show is about cars, but that's not today. We're gonna get into that. My man got the dope Audi. We ain't gonna even talk about the Audi coupe.
Nah, we ain't gonna talk about
Oh,
it.
y'all want to get
Yeah, I
into
seen that
got the
outside
dumb
when I
Audi
pulled
coupe
up.
outside, but that ain't even the beginning. We'll go into a little bit of that on the car segment. Like I said, I got bring it back to the 50 years of hip hop. I got Jay Savage coming in. This is a gentleman I'm working with right now. He got an upcoming show on the 23rd. His first show. You know what I mean? So I need everybody to pop out. He should be pulling up in a minute. And then my nephew Terrell, where you at, Real? Where you at? I want to get him out here just because he hate to be on camera. And I just want him on there just because he hate to be on camera.
Water in the world.
Oh yeah, we got all the little sound effects. Y'all want to mess with all this? I knew I shouldn't have said nothing. All right, well here, while we got a little minute here, I want to give just want to do a plug real quick. I talked to one of my upcoming guests, comedian Davey Dave. You know who Davey Dave is, don't you, Bino?
Oh, Dave.
Shout out to Davey Dave.
Oh, yeah.
Davey Dave is a Christian comedian, I believe. He has a show coming up.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, that's
the
what I'm
world
saying. We
need
promote
more Jesus.
Yes, we promoting that like
that's
that.
what they
promoting
need.
that.
See, people ain't been loved in their life. They don't understand.
Right, he got a show coming up at the Hallelujah. It's on Florissant Road. That's all the information he gave me. Look it up, the Hallelujah.
Is that short for Hallelujah?
Yeah, the Hallelujah. I told you, a Christian comedian, you know,
That's
doing his
all right.
thing. All right, tickets $25. I'll be there for sure. The show is on the 24th of September
Hey, we got
at 7 o'clock. So put that on your calendar, everybody. Davey Dave, Christian comedian, homegrown. He's he's graced the stage with many superstars that come through St. Louis. He gets booked constantly because he has a clean show.
Yeah.
And that's what you need these days to make it different. So everybody, like I said, I will be there September 24th. Tickets are $25. $25. All right. And then while I'm talking about that, today's sponsors today, like I said, it's Green Dog Automotive. Get your car care and your car maintenance done there. We got new and used tires. And then, like I said, my man sitting here, Gateway City. Oh, yeah, that's right. I forgot. And auto sales. My bad. Actually, he has car rental coming up with this gentleman. Okay, put it like this. I plugged him and Terrell. Okay. So they in there. You know what I'm saying? So Ted finna spend a few things on him. Real gonna spend a few things back, and they finna make this happen for the city. Like I said, that's what I'm trying to do. Make it happen for the city. Gateway City Frenchies. We got them. Benz, what man? Tell him what you got, man.
Fluffies carrying pink. You know, big ropes. Got a variety of Frenchies. Anybody looking for a Frenchie, get in touch with my man Tom. Where can they get in touch with you at, sir? Gateway City Frenchies on Instagram. Or dial 314-585-8555.
It's all
Bye.
It's all
Man, this dude always been this way, yo.
That's crazy.
Now going back to my man Jay, me and this dude here, fashion guru, came up. Like I said, we are like everybody ever been fly. You know what I'm saying? Ted
Spent a lot of time at
Ted
that
is
mall.
the man behind the scenes. A lot of people don't know. He had his hands in a lot of stuff y'all don't know about. And Ted is a host on the show. So what I'm gonna do is when we got any downtime, we gonna have stories with Ted the Playmaker. He gonna go through some of these amazing stories. He's done a lot of business behind the scene with some big name people, y'all.
Put me in the game, coach. Put me in the game.
Hey, let me give a shout out to my homegirl in St. Louis, man. She got a restaurant out there, 6730 Page. It's called Gossip Pasta. She's also one of my former classmates. Hey, she cooking it up out there. She got the catering as well as the event building out there. Shout out to Kiana, man. You know what I'm saying?
And then I don't know another one of the guests we got coming in. I don't know if y'all know Jay. People might call him Jay, not this Jay Ali, but my brother Jay owns Papa Bubble candy stores out in the Galleria. If you ever bought some candy at the kiosk at the Galleria, that's my brother. Straight up, that's my brother Jay. He just opened a new location out in West County. Jimmy Jim. He just opened a second location out in West County Mall. They moved him from in front of the movie theater because he was killing them. Killing them. You remember? I don't know if y'all
Not only that, I saw him last night. Ran into him.
Whoever remember, his kiosk used to be right at the top of the elevator coming out the food court. He was making so much money from people going into the movies because they didn't want to pay for them snacks. They moved them all the way upstairs in front of Bath and Body Works on the whole other end of the mall.
Oh, you
Politics.
talking about the Galleria Mall
Yeah,
out
the
there.
Galleria. Yeah,
Politics.
they moved- exactly.
He right outside.
So look,
he right outside Express.
Then my man opened a restaurant downstairs in the food court. He was making so much money. They went up on the rent. They keep hating on my man Jay. Hey Jay, keep pushing. I told you I was gonna give Papa Bubble big shout. He also has
I did
apparel.
their t-shirts. Right out
Apparel,
to them.
yep. Papa Bubble t-shirts, hats. He got a whole clothing line like my man Street
Yep.
with
His
Street
gear is
Champs right
fresh.
here.
Go
So,
get it.
Shop St. Louis, y'all. Shop St. Louis. Rock it when you know what I'm saying. Take your pictures when you're going on Instagram. Show them how we get down. You know what I mean? You wearing all this designer and all that stuff. Just buy one shirt from my guys. You don't understand what that'll mean from them. You know what I mean? Mean to them, I mean.
And then how we send out to tell somebody to look at the show, yo.
Oh, you just tell them hustle different, baby. Hustle different. My
So
city,
you
my
Google-
music.
You Google.
Oh, that
Go
go
to
right on
YouTube.
YouTube. It's all on
Oh,
YouTube.
okay.
Yep, all on YouTube. What I'm gonna do is he probably
Is it live? Right
yeah, he
now?
probably sent me the link.
It's
for
live
the
now?
Yeah, I don't really
Is
go
it?
live. Yeah, it's
Yeah,
live.
okay.
He ain't sent me the link yet. I usually don't go live, so that's why I don't trip off the link.
Mm-hmm.
I like posting it afterwards. Just right now because of how we in the early stages of the show.
Mm-hmm.
Probably a lot of stuff we gonna perfect down the line where
Yeah.
we can go live. You know what I'm
Yeah,
saying?
yeah.
But I just like right now.
As Stephen A. says, everything is fluid right now. It's fluid.
Let us be
Man,
clear.
this is hey, I think
be
this
clear.
I think this is a great collaborative, man. I appreciate my brother Dave for bringing me on.
Yeah.
Introducing them. I know my man's right here introduced me to Ted.
I think, but see, you don't even know. See, you
See,
Calvin. You know Calvin.
Mhm.
That's in Houston.
Yeah, I know Calvin
I know
Nelson.
you do.
Yeah, I know
my
Calvin.
cousin.
Little Spud, man.
I know Spud.
Yeah.
That's my cousin. I
Yeah,
know
he
y'all.
close to my brother Marquise, man.
Marquise.
Spurs.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
Marquise is your
Marquise
brother.
side.
Marquise
Yeah,
is your
Marquise,
brother.
my brother.
They
Yeah.
just celebrated his birthday or something when they was here. They
June
riding
6th,
around-
June
yeah.
16th. Yeah.
See, look, yeah,
Small
that's what I
world.
say. It's
I didn't know
so
you knew.
small.
I didn't know you must have seen me on the things.
Small
And you and Marquise look alike.
Yeah. It's my brother. Man. My brother Marquise. Yeah. So you know Big Woo?
Yeah.
Big Lance? Yeah.
You see what I'm saying? Look,
shout
small
out to
circles,
Big Woo.
small circles,
Shout out to
small
Big
circles,
Train.
baby. Small circles, baby.
We go
small
we call him the mind changer. Because the
Change
cats
your
look
mind.
like they want to trip.
Change
That
your
dude
mind.
Like 6'8", man.
That's how
About
it go, man.
340 something pounds.
Who you don't know, I might know. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Guess who his people is? Tweet.
Tweet.
Darren Benford. Yeah,
Oh,
Tweet. That's my
okay.
cousin.
You know Tweet.
Tweet
My
your
cousin.
cousin.
Yeah,
my
we gotta
cousin,
get
man.
Tweet on
Yep.
Tweet. When
Lil
you
Jerry,
see
yeah,
this,
brother,
Yeah.
Tweet is one of my best dogs.
Yeah,
When
Tweet.
he see this, he gonna be like, "Wow, me and Tweet, all us go back with Tweet.
Yeah.
Love to have Tweet on the show, man. Love.
Yeah.
Tweet
Get
love
up
to
here.
be on here,
Get
man.
on
I
here.
told him,
Get
I
up
told him,
here.
get
I
Tweet
think
on
Tweet
here.
walked into one of my bars one time, but that was like, man, that was.
Did
Was
he
he-
get lit?
No, he ain't get lit. I don't even think the Tweet drink. He ain't even drink.
Tweet don't really drink,
don't
like
drink.
that, man.
Yeah,
Tweet
don't
Tweet be
drink.
chilling, man.
Yeah.
He'll get his drink on, but he
Yeah.
mostly be laid back, especially
That
as
was
he
a
getting
while
up at
ago.
age.
Last time I seen him.
Yeah.
Yellow tweet, right?
Yeah.
Basketball Tweet.
Yeah.
Tell
Look,
that Tweet.
Tweet that shoot at the
Now,
top
I
of
call
his day.
tweet lit. That's why I said that he get lit.
You remember Tweet getting lit?
He put his business out there. You got to teach
Hey,
us some-
Tweet.
Quiet in the
Yeah.
world.
Tweet.
This is a
You know who
camera,
this
Hey,
bro.
cuz I ain't
But
tell on
see,
you,
he
Tweet.
know him, so he expect that. He gonna see it, don't even trip.
I let him grab you.
That guard smoker.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's
Keep
always
a
6
stogie.
degrees of separation, man, the loop. But it's all good, though. You know
Oh,
what I'm
yeah.
saying, man?
It's all good, but you know what I'm saying? Our circle, you know what I'm saying? The older people, you know. But when we came up, it was about respect, yo.
Look, okay, I got a question. I was talking. I asked Lando this. I was at the barbershop, and dude said he believed, give or take 5 years, the people from the last 50 years was the best era of people.
Oh yes. Yes.
White, black, it ain't about color. The people, because he was bringing up the fact like the internet was birthed
Right.
Fuck.
in our stuff, you know what I'm saying? In our years, a lot of new technology, a lot of discoveries, a lot of everything that's going on was in our 50 years. You know what I'm saying? Do you agree that the people born, let's just say
Gen Xers.
late 60s, late 70s, early 80s, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, best
You know what I
generation,
mean?
yo.
I even go to like 80. Well, see, 84, 85 kind of missed the wave.
Well, not really,
That's
because
when
the
the crack
internet,
era.
the
I'm
internet
just saying
wasn't created
I'm
until
talking about St. Louis.
1990.
But you got to remember too that
Man.
I'm talking about the era that we went through during the crack era.
Yeah.
It changed a lot, like I told Lamb. It changed the landscape of St. Louis.
Yeah.
Because it birthed a lot of famous criminals.
Mm-hmm.
They was bigger than stars.
Sure was.
You feel me? Like the stars would be on the stage and the DJ be announcing. And I can say one for sure, Jelly. Shout out to Jelly. Hey, we walk into the club. My man Jelly walk in, man. The DJ stop what he doing. Jelly Jam in the building. You know, I'm just saying, they go to show you how our hood celebrities were huge. If you throw out a name, I bet you everybody could say, yeah. Because there's only so many guys that reach that echelon. You know what I'm saying? That made you think you could really be a kingpin. That shit ends. Trust me. Everybody, that shit ends real fast. Trust me.
I mean, and for most of them, it was a post hoc fallacy about living a life that we just saw on a TV screen. I mean, I've only seen one group of people in my lifetime do that shit, and that's them BMF boys. Other than that, everybody else that I've seen was part-time playing.
Hey, Dave, I gotta go.
Yeah.
Oh, you
going?
going?
Yeah. I can't even. I mean, you because we talking about millions of dollars.
Damn.
Now, people can hustle and get comfortable. For me personally, I just think that it was just some craziness. You know what I mean? I mean, for you to think that you're gonna get in that game and last forever. Like, come on, bro. That's not.
There's gotta be.
It didn't even
stop.
happen that way in the movie.
Right. See, but everybody else used to be like B. Sosa, not Tony. But a lot of people don't remember why Sosa killed Tony.
Yeah.
You know why? Remember? Because they was finna send Sosa to jail. So Sosa still went to jail.
He was
Tony
never
didn't blow
supposed
up
to
the
make
dude.
that speech,
You get
Tony.
what I'm saying? Exactly.
There is no next time,
is
Tony.
it was no positive in that. So you're
Nah, it
gonna
was
die or
over,
go
man.
to jail. That was the whole.
But I
premise
thought
of
the
that.
whole premise of getting money was to get out of harm. That's the whole premise. You get money to go duck off and live a life.
Yeah,
You
change the narrative.
you don't continuously put yourself in a position to where day to day your life could be changed at any given moment. That's the dumbest shit that I've ever heard in my life. For people to continue to do that. If you get a little bread, there's no way that you should be still out here in the streets. There's no way that you should be glorifying that type of life. Just makes no
But
sense.
look, you gotta think about it too. If you came from the projects and you got some money and you never been out the projects, you just want to be the most glorified person in projects at that point.
And there might be out
You know,
here.
because that's the only
guys,
person you're gonna be a
Okay,
star to.
listen, we're missing a whole dynamic here.
I'm gonna step
If
away out for one
you
second.
selling, if you in the streets, people rule by fear. That's what that is. Because you could be the cool guy and still get all your pub. Why is it that we have to rule by fear? That's the point of it. And when you do that, now you're steady putting yourself in a position on a day-to-day basis for somebody or something or the law or, karma to catch up with you at some point. Because once
You got
again,
people coming in all different ways.
you got people coming at you in all different ways when you're in that game. So if you're fortunate enough in that game, I'm not saying do it, but now here's what I tell my clients. If you're fortunate enough in that game to come up with a six-figure income that you can take and change your life, think about yourself as a rapper. Think about yourself as a new brand. Think about yourself as getting a job. You could go get a job. If you made $1 million in the dope game, you could go move to another city, go get a job, and live a life that nobody has to even wonder
take that
about.
$1 million and turn it into $10 million.
I'm not saying you can do that because everybody can't do that.
Well, yeah.
See, everybody can't take $1 million and flip it if they don't. If you've been flipping money in dope, you don't know stocks. If you know stocks, then go do that. If all you know is the streets, here's what you do. You know how to work, right?
But you had to learn the streets, so now you got to learn.
You got to learn something
different.
else, which you can, and more so often, those things turn into entrepreneurship.
Right.
But my point is, if you don't want to do nothing else with your life. If you just want to wake up and just do whatever you want to do, you know, at that particular time and day, then you take your money and you move to a new city. You buy you $100,000 house, and you put yourself on a budget of $3,000-$4,000 a month and spend it, and you live. But see, no, we don't have the Wells Fargo financial advisor. Edward Jones ain't gonna be your financial advisor if you're in the street, to show you how to clean up your money, to show you how to take care of yourself like a real financial planner is supposed to do. You understand what I'm saying? But that's what you do. Anytime that you have an opportunity to make money, you want to make money to change your life. That's what you're doing it for. What's up, bro? You working. It's all work. So the object is to make money and live a life, not have to look over your shoulder or just worrying about if they gonna jump down on me and rob me today. You know, that just doesn't make sense to me. Now, once again, everybody ain't even hustling to get to that point where they can make $1 million. So my point is, if you make $60,000, if that's enough, if you know, you could go buy you a $30,000 house cash. So now you got a roof over your head. Because the most thing about it is, most of the time, they don't have a roof over their head to do nothing.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying? The two things that people need when you're in the streets is you need a roof and you need a car. If you got those two things for any human being, you should be content. But you're not.
So, so Tim, do you think? Okay, so the and this is a question way more than it's a statement. Do you think the average guy, kid, or whatever, that's coming out the block, street hustling, to however it start. I don't want to go into the numbers and stuff. No, this YouTube, you know. But however it start, do you think that they go into that with a plan first, and then execute that plan based off of an ideal of an exit?
Very few of them do. Partly because at the beginning of the game, when you first get in it, you get fronted, or you know what I mean? So if you bind, then you have that opportunity because you have to follow a plan. You understand what I'm saying? But when you get fronted and all you doing is really working, now it's more of putting yourself on a budget. But if you don't go to school to learn the difference in those things, then you won't understand that concept. That's why you continuously get hustled. And that's why it's called that. You understand what I'm saying? But at some point in time, though, when is enough enough? That's the question that you have to ask.
You gotta know the stopping point.
You gotta know your stopping point. See, that's the difference in living to be their age and dying young and a martyr for no cause. Because the streets, ain't no cause in the streets. You don't get no rings. You don't get no bills. Half of them don't even have life insurance, so your family ain't even getting a check. That's the problem. If we could change that mentality part of it, then, once again, maybe they'll hustle different.
Full circle.
Full circle. All right, y'all, we're going to switch gears. Looking at the time. My man's just got here, everybody. I know y'all this is my guy, y'all. Let me do this right.
Yeah, I was going.
What you got, something to drink or something, man? Man, I needed something, man. I need a soda, some water, something. All right, y'all. My man Jay Savage. Me and this guy go way back.
My bad.
All right, here we go. Homegrown hip-hop artist on the rise from the loop. Mr. Steal the Show. Then watch me steal your hoe. So Early Gang. General. Recent performance. This man has graced the stage recently. Now, I ain't saying he can probably go on. His resume goes on. I'm just going off what's recent where I was at. Graced the stage with Project Pat recently. Young Buck recently. Soulja Boy recently. And he went out of town. And as I say, graced the stage with that Mexican OT. A lot of people don't know that this man is making big moves. If y'all don't know him, my man Jay Savage, Ear Candy recording artist, starting his, starting his debut, coming out very soon. Has his first show coming up on the 23rd, but we're going to get
this
into
Saturday.
that. So Saturday the 23rd. I put the link in the description, all that good stuff to get your tickets. Just want to get some background. Like I said, this is Jay Savage. We're going to welcome you to the show. What's up, Jay?
What's up, y'all, man?
What's
Thanks
happening,
for letting me
Jay?
come on.
Hey, Jay, that's Jay Ali.
Yeah, what's up?
And this my guy, Tony. Tony O Beans, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And like I said, me and Jay Savage go back.
My first job.
Can I give him the
Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay. I gave this man his first job. Like I said, a lot of people don't know I have my hand in a lot of stuff behind the scenes that don't know that I actually had my hand in it. This man, he was my stock guy, and I used to push him because I knew his energy. I watched him. It's like, dude, you need to get into sales. He's like, nah, Dave, man, I'm laid back. I'm chilling. I'm chill. He like being in the back, which is cool because there's a lot of us like that, play in the back. But boy, once this dude realized that he had that, oh my God. This dude has broken sales records in the car business. I can vouch for. I was in the car business for over 20 years. This man's broken records. This man, you rocking it right now?
Like, yeah.
Come on, man. Car salesman with a Rolex, not flea market. That's real deal Holyfield. You know what I'm saying? Who else could say that? I know some finance guys that maybe got one. But I'm saying sales guys, no. I don't even have one. And I made my mark in the car game. But this dude, like I was talking about, Jay, he another one that took what I gave him and it elevated it to the point where I'm like, look, I'm like this. I can ask him for advice. Like Jay, like I say, big little bro. That's another big little bro. Because like I said, you can always learn something, man. I don't never get too old to learn, man. Never get too old to learn. Because time changed. Y'all know what's popping. Y'all know that I'm still saying old words, you know what I'm saying? Like hot and fire and all that. And they like, bro, fire? You saying fire still? You know what I'm saying? But Jay, come on, man. I got some questions for you, but if you want to give them, just a brief introduction of who you are and what you got going on, bro.
Man, what's the word, y'all? Like when I came in, y'all was in mid conversation.
That's right.
So
and that's all we was having was a conversation, bro. Nah, you good.
But yeah, a little bit about me. What y'all want to know, man? Let's just
Well, here, man, you gonna put it on me. Like I said, this is my guy. So here, I was ready for you. Look, I was ready for you, so don't trip. All right. Question I ask everybody. Well, the funny thing he said, we always St. Louis. What's the question that every St. Louis person asks another St.
What
Louis
high school you went to?
It's a given fact, bro.
We didn't have to say it. Give him a background on you. Just give him a background in education. And,
I went to Riverview. View Town.
Pick up Riverview.
Yeah, that was at like from kindergarten to the 10th grade.
Okay.
Oh, so you in the Riverview Garden School District.
Yeah.
You probably need to go over there and speak to those kids.
Yeah,
I already did.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Because
Big
it's a
up,
shame
big up.
that they had to cancel homecoming for a few bad apples.
Yeah,
But look,
my
this is
niece,
the
my
crazy
little niece
thing.
go there and said that they had like 5 fights.
But they used to be like
It used to be like that all the
Used to be like
time.
that all the
normal.
time?
Yeah, like it used to be lit.
They get out.
Yeah.
Hathaway North, Hathaway South, whatever.
Yeah.
Yeah, they act up.
Yeah, man.
So that's just always been the culture
Yeah, that's
over
just
there.
like Riverview, because like if you've never even been on the campus, it's set up like a college. So like
Okay.
most schools are like closed in.
Yeah.
You can walk outside. On
Oh,
both
you got to
sides.
walk to
Yeah,
different
the
buildings to get
Go
to
to
your
different
classes.
classes. Okay.
Yeah,
okay.
so like they can't control everything. So like if
Gotcha.
there's something outside, they could be getting it on and
On the other side.
These buildings. Yeah.
I
didn't know that.
Yeah. That's why it's like
Don't know.
Yeah.
they didn't even used to have no fence. Like if you stayed in Glasgow, you could just walk right in, walk through the back door.
So it just may be an operations problem, security problem.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they probably.
It's probably no presence around where people
Yeah.
feel like it's an issue. You know what I'm saying? All right, Jay, brother Jay, next question, of course, always. Up and coming hip hop artist.
Yeah.
We've been doing this for a minute.
For a long time.
I got some old stuff. I did some research. I talked to Weezy too. I ain't gonna pull it out on you right now. I talked to his partner, his brother Weezy,
Man.
and he gave me some stories. But I'm gonna hold on to those. Hold on to those, cause just timing constraints. So I'm gonna hold on to those. All right. Well, what got you into rapping?
I always used to write, like ever since I was like little, but like.
Well, what was the first? Like everybody had a first spark.
My
Who was
first
your
spark?
first like rapper that you heard to make you say, "Man,
50?
I want to."
It was 50.
50 Cent.
Yeah, it was 50. Like I always listen
This
to
man
Tupac,
is
but it
a
was
50 Cent. I got a picture of him and 50 Cent too, so we ain't gonna pull that.
Yeah.
And once them mixtapes came out, I was like, I remember I was in like the 8th grade. It was everybody like, I came home from school one day, I was just mad. I just made my first song, I just dissed everybody I ain't like.
Controversy sales.
Yeah, like, this crazy. Like, the main dude was my homeboy Cheesy. I just told him this like last night. I was like, man, thank you. I'm like, when I blow up, I got you. He like, why? I was like, my first song, I just dissed the shit out your ass. Like, if I still remembered it, boy.
See them? That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. All right, next thing. Okay, so far as 50 Cent made you want to rap, but did you have any rap influences? Like
Well,
50 Cent made you want to rap? Or
Yeah,
like,
Tupac.
Tupac?
Yeah, that
Tupac,
was like,
okay.
yeah,
50
that's
and
the dope.
Tupac, boy.
Yeah, back then when I was young and like Master P, like back in like elementary school, we used to have like we used to just talking about the review thing. Like, I ain't gonna lie, it was like embedded in us like since elementary school, like either class versus class or like.
Is that right?
Yeah, like back then. I mean, we had like a little No Limit clique, and I was like, my best friend, he was Master P. My other partner was Mystical, and then I was C Murder. And then we had
Y'all
Kane.
had it all.
Y'all had it all. Shout out to P. And
Shout out to P and the
Fruit
influence.
Loops. And the Fruit Loops, him and Snoop Dogg.
Hey, and no Fruit Loops.
All right, next question.
Doggy O's.
So early game.
What's
Give
the one?
everybody a kind of.
All right, so like how that came about was like when I was like younger in the hood. I remember one day I was standing on the bus stop getting ready to go to school, and then one of my big homeboys, he didn't even go to school. He was older than us. His name's Skip. Rest in peace, man.
R.I.P. Skip.
He walked down the street, and like this was like right after what's that movie with Beanie Siegels?
Stay
P.
full.
No, State Property
State
2.
Property
The
2.
second one.
Okay.
The second one, and they was just saying it, and then he just came out and he just was like, Skip was like the hardest rapper ever anyway. Like, you tell him like the freestyle right now, he can rap about this bell and make it the hardest bell song ever, and never even thought about it. So like he just was freestyling on the bus stop before school, and he said it, and then like we've been just saying it forever, and then like after he died, then that's when it was like
Official.
me and Weezy was like, yo, we just about to do it like this.
So how many members in So Early?
Like, what you mean? Like,
I mean, y'all got Super Squad. Well, I'm saying, far as I know, it's a bunch of people in, but far as like people who want to rap, grace the stage.
No.
I seen, you know, I've been at the shows, you know.
Yeah, there's really doing it right now. It's me and Weezy. Then I got my big brother. He just came on, so letting him get himself focused and get some songs.
Okay.
We the main ones that do the music. Everybody want to be rapping though. Every time I walk around now, everybody like, man, put me on the song. I'm like, man, quit playing.
Now, like when I introduced you, I said you hit the grace the stage with a lot of heavy hitters. How do that feel, gracing the stage with like?
Nah, it's like surreal.
Hitters, you know
it's
what
like
I'm saying?
surreal. Like first, like when I got the call, it was like Young Buck. I'm like, y'all don't even know. Like I was a G Unit fan.
Right.
So, like,
That
and
was-
Young Buck was like my favorite back then. Him and 50. So like, it's like with that right there. I remember like, I think I had to be like 18. I said, I'm like, one day I'm either sign with Young Buck, do a song with him, or we gonna be on
And it came
stage.
true.
And it straight came true. When I got the call, I was like,
See,
Power
kids,
of manifestation.
I was
kids,
like,
did you
dang.
hear that? Like any kid, I probably know kids listening to this, but anybody under
Oh,
40
yeah.
listening to this.
I mean,
It don't
anybody
matter what
over
age
40,
you are.
put your
spoke
mind.
it up. He spoke
Yeah.
it into fruition. He spoke
Speak
it up.
it to
He spoke
fruition.
Yeah, because
fruition.
like your mind is like a field. It don't matter like what seeds you put out. If it's a watermelon seed, a weed, a potato seed,
It's got to grow.
it's gonna grow. So if you put something in there good, it's gonna happen. Like that's just how I feel.
Positivity. I
That's
love
what
it, young
wanted
man.
that
I love it.
That S5 for a
Yeah,
long
yeah,
time.
he wanted that Audi. Like I said, we're gonna have a car segment coming up. You ain't get with Jeff. We got my man Jeff Rebates coming out. He ain't here this week, but we gonna get Jeff
Oh,
Rebates
yeah.
out
I
here.
ran out
Super
of-
car
ran out
guy.
of
You probably
time.
done bought a car from him. When you see him, you're gonna look
Yeah,
at him and
that's
say,
my
"Yeah, I
brother.
bought a car from him." All right, but look, next question for you is the upcoming show on the 23rd. Your first
Yeah,
show
man.
as the premier artist.
Yeah, I feel like Shawn Michaels, the main event.
Big wrestling fan too. Y'all don't know if y'all know that. If there's any wrestling fans out there, this man right here got belts and
Oh,
everything.
yeah.
Like this dude here, the people's champ. That's my man.
Oh yeah, it's going down at Lily P's this Saturday.
Yep. St. Charles Rock Road.
Yeah, I got a couple people that's opening up.
What you say, Lily P?
Yeah,
Yeah,
Lily
we got a
P's.
lot of people coming.
Yeah.
Say it. I got you. Don't worry.
Got food.
Yeah, it's gonna be
They got
food,
drinks,
hookahs,
hookah,
all that with
nice
the
little vibe.
$25.
Yeah, at the door. If you get your tickets now, it's like $12.
Yeah,
So
you
you
get
might as well
$12
get them
tickets.
tickets now,
Or-
boy.
But if you at the door 25, but that include hookah and everything, you know what I'm saying, in that too. Let me see. I want to play some of your music so bad, man, but I ain't gonna do it right now because we
Man.
won't even end up talking no more. This dude got,
Play one.
dude, he literally was in the studio last night. Look, it's last night and. Was it?
No, I just
Yes.
left right now.
No, that won't.
Like right now. That's
Hey,
why I
I'm
came in
sorry.
so late.
I
I
smoked-
just left right now.
I smoke too much. I ain't smoke on camera, but I smoke too much. That was earlier today. This man called me and sent me 4 songs that he just laid down in the studio. And I'm not just saying that because he heard. I can show you the text thread. I mean, he got some slammers, you know what I'm saying, for real. And he got some stuff, like what we was
Everybody
talking
got
about,
like-
that's going, you know, it ain't about drill.
Conscious rap.
Yep, he got some rap that's going to make people,
That's cool.
he
Make you wanna
I
have
don't know how he gonna take this, but I'm finna put it in our era
Yeah.
terms. All right. I'm just gonna a song that'll sum it up for us. Probably be like that. Not I Need Love. It's not I Need Love, but it's not Dirty Vet. It's right in the middle. It got enough edge on it to where it ain't soft.
It's I Need a Vet.
Yeah.
But I'm just putting it out terms, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
But I mean, dude got some dope stuff, man. I'm talking about, man, these 2 songs that I heard, they are radio ready. I'm gonna push them super hard. I'm actually his unofficial. I don't know what you want to call
Yeah.
me. Unofficial, you know what I'm
Managers.
saying? Unofficial manager. I ain't signed nothing with him or nothing like that.
That's
Like I
just
said,
fine.
I've been knowing this guy forever. I don't need to sign nothing with him. You know what I'm saying? It ain't about that. Grand National game. That's all I gotta
Yeah.
say. You know what I'm saying? But he got probably 20 songs already in his catalog. Probably more than that.
Nah,
20
yeah.
that I have on my phone.
Yeah, I got way more.
Yeah, he got. I mean, dude got a catalog out of this world, man. We just need to get his social media presence a little more stronger. That's what we're working on now. That's why you're here right now. Because after this show, we
Oh,
need
yeah,
to send
it's
this
finna go down.
everywhere. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Send it everywhere. This man right here do beats too.
Oh, word?
Oh yeah, he do
Oh,
beats
yeah.
too. You know
It's
what I
my
mean?
best friend, so
Yeah.
they got me into it. So I had to go buy me an MP.
Oh,
Right,
dang.
now he do. And then I taught him well because we don't make computer beats. I'm sorry, I hate them computer beats.
No
It's like a cheat.
Real
Straight
music.
from
That's like
scratch, yo.
that's like instant rice.
Real
You
music.
feel me? It's like instant rice in comparison to actually boiling it and making it. You know what I'm saying? Waiting a whole 12 minutes. You know what I'm saying? It's a difference. Trust me.
Straight from scratch.
Like you have a microwave a hot dog and you boil a hot dog. Which one tastes better?
I like mine grilled.
Yeah.
See? But then nobody say microwave.
Nobody said
I don't
microwave.
care what you said. But and that's what they calling it now. Don't nobody want to put out no microwave music. That mean that quick music.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That's the new thing. Like we was talking about opium rap. You know about the opium rap thing? Have you heard about that?
What you mean?
It's a new genre of rap called opium rap.
They just talking about being high.
Is that it?
Is that it?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's
Because
crazy.
see, we came up on drug dealer music. Y'all
Yeah.
came up on dope fiend music. It's
Yeah.
a difference.
Big difference.
I mean,
They
the
got-
educational side, at least a nigga showed you how to turn a 50 to 100.
Yeah,
It
yeah.
was some knowledge in
Yeah,
it, whether it be
yeah,
street knowledge
yeah.
or some.
Nigga showed you how to break that brick down into a couple pieces and you sit that thing out there, man. They told you the numbers and
I can't
everything.
confirm or
Not
deny
that-
nothing about no drugs.
Not that-
Songs,
Nah,
Jay. We
yeah,
talking about
yeah,
songs.
songs.
I know you. Hey, this
Yeah,
man is
son.
squeaky clean. He
Yeah.
has no negativity.
Now they
Nothing
saying
wrong
that,
around
man.
my
I
guy.
get that
Nothing.
fentanyl and not.
Yeah, that's retarded.
Yeah, they gonna act up with that open music though.
You know what I'm saying?
They
And
gonna act
They
up.
putting fentanyl and weed now.
Man, they
Yeah, I heard about a dude got jammed up with pounds of fentanyl and it was laced with. I mean,
Weed and it was
laced
laced with fentanyl.
That's scary, man.
So you know what I mean. You gotta watch what you're doing out here. Jay, come on, man! Don't get all silent on me. Nah, I need you, boy. I need you. So,
I'm letting y'all talk.
as far as you know, anybody opening for you?
I know my partner, Oda Great. He
Oh, the
about to do that.
Great.
Yeah.
Shout out, Oh, the Great. Come on the show.
Yeah.
Anybody else? It's a few people signing up from Gangsta Status Enterprises too. I believe.
Shot.
That's his
Status.
Yeah, he's with Gangsta Status Enterprises. They got a label that run between here, Texas, Louisiana, like all across
that's
the
what's
country.
up.
So it's a plug thing. We'll get there.
Dropping hot hits.
Hey, remember I told you I had to do it in Texas?
Yeah. Yeah, you
We
did.
work-
Dropping
Oh,
hot
word.
hits.
Oh.
Mo shot.
Yeah.
You hear me? I got a venue on hold. I need some action.
Let it
Let's
go.
go.
Oh, that's another thing too. Street Champs Production. My man here also do venues.
go.
He bring artists. Yeah. Oh my God. See this? I love it. I love it.
The Hawthorne low, man.
We did the
Yeah,
Hawthorne.
that's what.
We
Yeah, I
did
did
the
the
Hawthorne.
Soulja Boy and Project Pimp.
We did the Hawthorne
We're gonna have to go back.
the Hawthorne
Yeah, I
nice,
love that
We're gonna
spot.
have to run it back then.
Hey,
Got it on hold.
Yeah.
So
Shout
Jay,
out
man, hey,
so
hey,
Jay,
you
if I
in
could
there,
ask you a
let's
question,
go.
if I could ask you a question,
yeah, that's what
being
it's
an artist coming out of St. Louis, what would you say, if any, have been one of your major obstacles as far as capturing and keeping the fan base? Like, are there any kind of obstacles that you've encountered that you even that had to overcome, like being from a specific side, or like you saying from Riverview, as opposed to guys might be from Deadwood or East St. or City or whatever? Have you encountered any of that, and how did you overcome it, or you just kept pushing how you push?
Not like for real, like the main obstacles, you know, is trying to get like a new ear. That's all I feel. Like some of you just trying to get a new ear. What's the word, my dude?
Hey, my fan
But-
bringing everybody. Hey, y'all, this is my nephew Terrell. He's also part owner of Gateway Frenchies, and he is the sole owner of Green Dog Automotive, car care and maintenance, tires, car sales, car rental. The list goes on.
Mechanic.
Oh, my fault. We just keep needing cameras. We keep needing cameras. People coming in. Hey, y'all, real. I'm not expecting this man to go in, y'all. I just want my nephew to come out and be a part of this because he is a business owner, and I want to show all the young people that you can make it in a different hustle. This is another man. Hey, Jay, we get through. This is another man to tell you. I told this man, don't hit the streets. I told this man, do not go to the streets.
I opted different.
He did his own thing, but he didn't do it through me.
Hustle different. Hustle
Here,
different.
Hustle different. Come on, Jay. Keep it going, man. My fault. He just walked in through me a little bit.
But like, yeah, main obstacles, like I ain't tripping about like going anywhere performing, or getting on any stage with nobody. Like, I ain't even tripping off of that.
That ain't the heat you bring. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's why Calvin coming on the show too, the owner of Ear Candy Recording Records. Me and him talk, and that was his main thing about my guy. He was like, man, his energy, I can book him anywhere.
Right.
Is that right?
Yeah, I can book him any dude. He was
I'm
like,
excited to come see your show,
Yeah.
man.
Oh,
You-
just
you
wait.
can see
Hey
he
Ted,
don't
I
bring
will
that
send you.
drill.
Ted, I will
Yeah.
send you his mute. Man, I'm telling you, when you hear dude, you're gonna be like, oh yeah, he is not on that.
You ain't no female,
Right.
so I can ask you as an artist, how old are you though?
33.
Okay, so you've been in the game for a while.
Man, like,
Kind of like that J. Cole.
Okay,
or something.
so in your younger years, you say you've been rapping for a while.
yeah.
How was that versus what you're going through now?
All right, so like back then, like it was different. So like, I'd say like we was like Chief Keef for them before Chief Keef
Okay.
back then, cause like we used to be doing that, dissing them people we into it with, stuff like that. And then like, but as I got older, like I just sat back. Like I think what got me here, like right now, I sat back and I watched everything, and I watched everybody. I watched who succeeded. I watched who didn't. I seen like what worked for some people, what didn't, and then like so I'm like, all right, I know like yeah, the drill, that's his own lane, but like for real, that's for like all the younger people. It's cool for like when you turn up for a little second, but like when you really sit back and think, like I guess now since I'm a little older, I'm like, dang, this what I'm making them do, because Chief Keef changed the game. He messed a lot of kids' heads up, and then like I know for our generation, we can say the same thing about Lil Jon. We was in the club fighting all the time.
Head busters, turn the club.
Little scrap.
up,
Well,
all
see,
that.
I take that. I beg to differ, because I was in Florida, Atlanta, Alabama when Lil Jon, when they first came out. The southern vibe of that
different.
music is different
Yeah.
because we were partying.
Right.
We were partying. I didn't realize that Lil Jon would start a fight till I came up here to the ambassador.
Right, it's a
It
St.
was
Louis
nuts.
thing. It's a St. Louis
It was
thing.
nuts. It was nuts, bro. It just blew my mind how motherfuckers was
the
just
old
really fighting
impact.
over this song. And I was like, damn.
I was following his instructions.
Yeah.
He was giving
We some
instructions.
head busters.
St. Louis.
Or when the
knock
song
a
come
hater
on,
out.
how everybody standing in the
Yeah,
corner
look,
looking
back
mean.
up, back up.
Everybody, everybody looking like, all right, nigga, who gonna step up now? You be like, damn.
Represent your clique. Represent your man. You know what's gonna happen. You know what's gonna happen in the St. Louis.
But it has a
club.
different meaning in different parts of the country. So that's all I wanted to say. Yeah.
All right, Jay, question for you.
What's the word?
These days, in the new digital age of music, as far as is it more talent? I know the answer already. Or popularity.
You already know it's popularity. Like, because I ain't gonna lie, I don't feel like when it comes to like bars, I'm like one of the hardest. I'm like, you put me on the song with anybody, but like, I know how it is. It's all about popularity. Like, that's why all they preaching now is get your followers up, go live, and do all
They
this.
don't even.
But like,
Go ahead, Joe.
but like back when I was growing up, that's what made people the stars who they were. Like the mystery of it. Like, why you want to see my every move? First off, I'm never finna show anybody my every move that I'm doing. Like, I don't like that. It's weird. Like, you get what I'm saying? But like, I don't get it. It's all about, like you said, it is about being who popping, who popular. But like, when you sit back and think, like, what actually is popular?
Right, but see, record A&Rs used to come to the hood and sign people. You know what I mean? They be in dangerous neighborhood looking up people. Now they just go on and see who got the most followers, and now you got a record deal. But
Big
it's a tax write-off
Big difference.
because they know the popularity not finna last. Now you might have 1 out of 10. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That keep that momentum and go to that.
J-
next
and let
level.
me ask you this, Jay. So, how has your label, or how has your, how do they, as a label, put you into? So, for artists, they're basing everything off of your social media. How many people that you have? What do you say to the artists that, like you said, are not interested in putting their every move on social media,
Right.
so that they can get all of that? How does that struggle to get your music out
See now, like,
waver and not doing one or the other? You understand what I'm saying?
yeah, cause like, yeah, you need it, but like how I use it is like more like don't you know, like that 6 degrees of separation? You know, like, yeah, tell a friend, and tell another friend. That's how I'm
That's
putting
how
sell this
business
stuff with the show. Like, that's like, yeah, that's how I did with my business. No matter like when I was selling shoes, now I'm selling cars. It's like, yeah, I'll post something on Facebook or something like that. But I know I sit back and think about myself. Like when I scroll, I'll be, man, they posted this again. Ain't no likes on her. Let me just keep scrolling. You get what I'm saying? So it's all about perfect timing and how you do it. But like, it's more like word of mouth. I'm reaching out to people, and then they gonna like it.
Okay.
Hopefully, you put that in your rotation.
I got a question. How would you describe your style?
My style,
Yeah.
like, if I could compare it, or like just how
What would
my
you
style.
describe?
Just
Somebody
like-
said,
Yeah, we don't want to
Ah,
compare.
man,
How
I'm
would you
just
describe your style?
God, man, I feel like, yeah, my style is me, like how I feel. Like, I'm be cool. Most of the time I'm like, I am telling like some stories, some stuff that I've been through, been around, stuff like that.
Okay.
Or like, it's just like, I don't want to say like mood music, because I ain't talking about like Joe Budden. You get what I'm saying? But it's like, it's gonna put you in a mood. It's
Yeah.
gonna put you in a vibe. Yeah, that's probably it right now. Cause like when I was letting people hear it,
Okay.
it was like, man, I'm just, all your songs just put me in a vibe, like no matter what. And like that's like, I think like,
That's a good thing, though.
yeah. And like, I think like how I even formulated to get in that lane, because like I said, Tupac. Like when you asked me like who was like my influencer, like how I like actually learned like what a bar looked like on a piece of paper. I was like, cause I'm a big Tupac fan. I had like this little book that I bought, and it was like all like little scrap things from him, and one of them that was like a little photocopy of a picture of a rap that he wrote when he was in jail. And then I seen how he did, and I was like, oh, that's how you do it. That's how you do
Oh,
it.
so you're not you don't have a music background.
Oh, like, what you mean? Like, it's,
family,
Like what you were looking at was sheet music. That in the music business we call that sheet.
oh,
music.
no. This one, she.
You
no,
don't
this
have
was,
a-
this was his
it's
lyrics.
just
Like,
lyrics
he wrote
of
on a
just
piece of
writing.
paper.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
but like, yeah, in like school and stuff, like, you know, they put you in choir. I did
Yeah,
choir.
the
so,
choir.
like,
You sang in choir. You sang in church.
no, we ain't go to church.
All right.
You said he sang in the church. You said he
No, we
sang in
ain't
the
go-
church.
Ain't nothing wrong with singing in the church
No,
choir,
So
man.
what do you hope people take away from your music?
Dang, I ain't never been asked that. What they gonna take away? They gonna take away me. Cause when I write my songs, I'm like really putting myself, how I'm feeling, or some way, or like everything that I put out is me. So like that, I just want them to take a piece of me, and like,
That's
yo,
Learn and love you, and try to ride with the next vibe that you bring out on the next CD. huh?
Word.
And his
because like what
music-
I'm trying to put out is like stuff that's timeless, like not nothing that's like fitting right now. Like if you turn this on 5 years from now, you like, man, this is
Right, so
like it was
that was
released
the next
yesterday.
question, though, right there. Where you see yourself?
He
5
hip hop.
years, 10
He not a
years from
rapper.
now,
It's a
you know what I'm
difference.
saying?
It's a
So,
difference.
so what are your goals for your music career?
All right, so right now, the first immediate goal is to pack out this show. And then,
September 23rd.
September
September
23rd.
23rd.
That's a good answer.
Pack out.
call
I'll
him
be there,
Judge
man.
Joe
Y'all
Brown.
gonna have to put something together, but it's venue like that.
Oh yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's all,
yeah.
this
We
is
gonna
what this
rock
whole
this
thing is
bitch.
about, right here. This what the
Yeah.
you understand, man. This is man, boing by itself.
Yeah.
No, but I'm saying this is what this whole platform is about. I want to bring people together with like minds. I want people that's coming together that got something positive going on. You know what I mean? We might all, everybody have a past. Everybody got a past. Some people don't want to talk about it. Some people want to reinvent themselves. It's cool. I have no problem with that. But everybody have a past. But what Rakim said, it ain't where you're from, it's where you at. You know what I'm saying? And that's one of the truest statements in the world. Because where I came from, I ain't nowhere near there, and I'm so happy.
Right.
But like he said, we had the best times when we was broke. He'll vouch for that. Hey y'all, like I said, he ain't gonna say too much, but once he get going, we gonna warm him up. Yeah, let's just want to get him warmed up. Get him warmed up. But yeah, I'm just saying it was the music today. We was talking about drill and all that stuff. You know what I mean? What I like about Jay is that, like I said, it's a different lane, and it's a different lane from St. Louis. It's one of the one times where we don't look like we bandwagon. No disrespect to my city. I love my city, but it seemed like every time something happened or something come out of another city or another trend starts somewhere, we the first ones on the boat. In our day, we took trends and twisted it. You get what I'm saying? We took trends like, just say the polo shirts was in. We'll go get an Izod or a Tommy.
Yeah.
Because we didn't want to be.
What everybody else was wearing.
We could have bought the polo. But it was just like, I'm just gonna change it up just a little bit.
I think when you're handsome too, it don't really matter what you want. You know what I mean? So it don't really.
Oh, okay, I got you. I wouldn't know nothing about it.
I wouldn't know nothing about it.
Here we go.
Excuse me, sir.
Shots fired.
This where it's this.
Shots fired.
Pick up. Pick up.
Oh, dang. That's what the bill for?
This is where the show get the fun, y'all. This is what I was waiting on. Y'all don't understand, man. This is oh my god. Best kept secret of St. Louis.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Real talk.
tell
Martin Luther King. What's the address over there, real?
5158.
5158 Martin Luther King. Like I say, Wild West Side. This is not a gang symbol. This is the West Side of St. Louis. Don't come at me with the gang stuff in the comments. We on the West Side. He moved from.
Been there 8 years.
Been downtown, boy. But you was downtown at first. Well,
no,
what was that?
Green-
Midtown.
Green Dog started there.
No, I'm talking about as far as where you was living at. What would they call that
downtown
area?
JVL.
Yeah, JVLs. Start off in the JVL. See, my whole point of bringing that up is that this is the whole point of this, to show
Hustle different.
You know what I'm saying? Look at this man, came from the JVLs, and everybody from St. Louis know about the JVL, and he made it. You know what I'm saying? He made it out. We all, like I said, everybody got a past few bumps in the road, but he made it out. Look at a successful businessman, CEO in it right now. That's what I love. That's what I want to bring to the table, all CEOs. This man right here is future CEO within his own right. He just don't know it yet because he too busy worried about his music right now, and he's letting me worry about the business side of it. You know what I'm saying? Which is cool. But I'm relaying it to him in the same right. So I want him to be able to stand on his own.
Remember you as a rapper? Oh, you thought I was gonna let you slide with that one?
Yeah, he thought. He
So
thought.
You ain't know you know how to rap.
Oh, yeah, I got some.
Hey, he thought.
You
He
needed what you
thought.
are. You needed what you are.
I hate the way my voice.
Yeah,
I hate the way
yeah.
my voice sound on a recording. That's why I really never pursued it. I was the Q-tip of St. Louis back in the day.
Still look like Dave of the Boulevard.
I used to get down, like I said, then
But
that was a long time
My
ago.
point was, if you would have
damn
had
sure need
you
to.
now,
We need to
back then,
Oh my
it would
God.
have been something
Oh
different.
my
I got a
God.
question for
Oh
you,
my
sir.
God. Oh Lord, here we
What
go.
is something that people would be surprised to know about you?
Hey Jay, and when he threw, that's a question for you too. So
Right.
be loading it up.
Right, you know.
Go get your computer.
that ghost bust out, but
That Stand By Me used to be one of my favorite movies when I was
That's it.
that's all right. I got straight to that one, boy.
The leeches on there.
You know, you would never see that looking at me or just know
Not
my
knowing,
past.
not knowing at all.
I
Not knowing.
watched
Jay, what?
that.
Hell no, you wouldn't think
Hey,
that.
that's a going around the table question.
oh yeah.
I'm gonna give you time to load up, Jay. What would people be surprised to know about you? Something you ain't never put out here.
I really like Beethoven's Seventh Symphony.
Is that right?
Seriously.
Oh my God!
Awesome.
Seriously, I like
That's
Beethoven's
Beethoven.
Seventh and
Yeah.
the Ninth. Yeah, the Seventh and the Ninth a little bit. Yeah, I like both of those, man. I
Ted?
listen to it a lot.
Ted, nah, you up,
can't
Ted. Nah,
ask
you
me.
up, Ted.
I
He get the low.
Yeah.
He's the guest.
Yeah,
He's the
let's
guest.
go to
We
the
gonna get
guest.
him last.
Yeah.
Get him last. Means you then. Everybody know everything about you.
That's
Right.
right, son.
It really ain't no surprise.
No surprise.
Can you vouch for that?
I would agree.
It ain't no surprises. Me-
TST, Tonio.
Okay, well, a lot of people wouldn't know.
That's right.
In the early days, when I used to rap, since you're bringing this up, we won the Juneteenth celebration they used to throw downtown in front of the main library. It was a concert. I got the certificate.
So St. Louis just didn't start celebrating Juneteenth.
No,
Why
we
they
been
trying
on
to act
June-
like they trying
Dude,
to just
I will
start
bring the
celebrating?
certificate here. I should call my wife
That
and
was
have
back
her send
in,
it to. This was
That had to be
way-
what you. That was in
This
the
was
90s,
before
wasn't it?
90s.
2000s.
This was before. No, this was. You right. Early 90s.
Was it early 90s?
Early 90s. Yep. Because me, Charlie, and Daryl, and I had a dude named Al Fresh. Big up. Hey, Al Fresh, if you hear this, holler at me, dude. Al Fresh was cold. D'Earl, Sharif, holler at me, man. We had a group, and we won that contest. We rocked it so hard when we got ready to come out the stage. The dude was like, "Hey, man, y'all got another song?" Because everybody else that came up for us was terrible.
Wow.
Terrible. Dude, we had it set up to where we had a dude in the audience. One of my rappers was
Was
in
it
the
at
audience.
that place on? Was it at
When
that
his
Hype
part
place?
man.
came
man.
out, when his part came
Yeah,
out, he
hype
just
man.
bust through the audience.
Where was
came
y'all
up
at, on
stage.
Union
I
at
was
that
on
place?
some Puff Daddy stuff back then.
Where does this happen at that?
This was, yeah, Puff still.
Yeah,
I don't
what's
care
wrong
what
with
people
Puff?
say about Puff. Puff
Diddy just got a new album out. Y'all go check out.
Nah,
that
but
new
check
album.
this out though. It was right in front of either the what's that the is that the main library? Then
The
it's the other
Soldier
one, the
Memorial.
Soldier Memorial. It was in front of Soldier Memorial. They built the stage right there, and it was facing Soldier Memorial. It was a stage, and they had us come on, and we had to audition, and we came out and we came on. Boom, we won. I got certificates. I mean, I opened
See, a
for
lot of
Adina.
people don't know the
opened for
city
Adina
used to
Howard
do a lot of stuff
at the
back
Scottish
then.
Rite Theater.
They
You know what
really
I'm saying? I
did
did some
used to
stuff.
do a lot of stuff for us
Dude,
back then.
Dude, they tried.
They tried.
They tried. But it's just like when people don't show up, it's a waste of money.
It is, yeah.
That's like real.
Yeah.
You sponsor an event one time.
Yeah.
The first time, everybody might not come out.
Yeah.
I get that because it's the first one. Then you go to your second one.
But after that second or
And then
third
you
one, you
notice
start
like,
thinking
oh,
they're not coming.
this is a waste of my money at that point. And that's
For
what
any
happened.
organization.
Yeah, and
That's what
Juneteenth,
happened.
y'all been around for a long time. I'm going to take a picture of that certificate
just got
and post it on my
commercialized.
page.
It's just getting commercialized.
Yeah, like, 'cause, I mean, if you think about my Uncle Norman, he been part of all that stuff.
Yeah, you know me and
Yeah, no.
Right.
you know,
what
we,
I'm
you
saying?
know
So-
this family. That's my nephew. This
So,
family.
he been part of all that type of stuff. Like, I'm just talking to, I'm sorry, I'm getting
Oh, you good. That's what we
I was
need,
just
bro. I
talking
need
to
you to
a kid recently that said that he
pull the mic back to you a little bit.
that said that he got them all their stuff paid in UMSL. You know, he was head of minority affairs at UMSL. back in the
Okay,
day.
Ted.
So he been doing that type of stuff. It's
Okay.
been around. He
You don't know
just
Uncle Norman?
they keep it
He
down
probably know
low.
him by somebody
I
else.
probably know if I see him.
You know, they just keep the stuff not popularized. You got to be in that.
In that group,
Yeah.
in the coalition or operating.
Like the
yeah.
know, like even I just talked to I just talked to my white homie the other day, and he was like, "Yeah, man, I took my kids down to the Jefferson Bank demonstration that happened. We wasn't even born, but Janelle and John got arrested. My uncle started the first one. Norman started the very first Jefferson Bank demonstration. It's pictures of Jan and John.
Big up,
in
Uncle
cuffs.
Noah. Big up.
You know, and it's still going on. I said, I didn't even know about it. They still doing it.
Okay.
You know? And he told me today, and I'm going to start going support it.
I think we should have more of that on our social media than what the fuck we eating for dinner.
Nah.
I
Hey, look,
believe
hold up,
that.
y'all. We ain't finna let this man skip out.
Right.
Yeah, come on.
Come on, Jay.
All right,
Come
so
on.
what was the question?
What would people be surprised
To know about
to know about you that they don't know?
All right, this
Go on.
Rosa Parks and my great grandma, they were first cousins.
Wow.
Damn, that's deep.
Yeah.
That's deep, bro.
Yeah, how I found out when my great grandma died. My aunt, my great aunt, she was showing some pictures. She was like, you know what that is? It's like, nah. She was
Right.
like, that's Rosa Parks.
Oh, wow.
And like that's she was like, that's your grandma. And then they were like little girls. And I remember when the movie came out, her because her maiden name was Macaulay, and I asked my mama, I was like, because that was my grandma, everybody's name, and I was like, we related to her? My mom was like, I don't know, because she ain't know back then. Damn bone.
You have peaceful positivity in your life.
Word, son.
That you have been born with, that you have a gene in your genome that you just do not understand.
I know.
Word.
I'm sitting there thinking about it. So
Yeah.
I'm like, this, and I'm like, this is like on my mom, like they straight related.
That's
We got the
probably
same
why
blood.
it didn't sit in your spirit well to do drill rap. As you got older, see, sometimes we're taken back by our peers because sometimes we do things for the age group and the appropriation of age where we are. That's what we're saying. When we go back to the beginning of the thing, he said, I was happy to go to school and concentrate on my academics and not have to worry about the city. Yeah. You was doing drill rap, like you said, because you was in your early 20s. You hung out with you know y'all. That's how y'all party. See, we didn't party like that. Y'all party like that. So as you grew older, your spirit would not allow you to do that. I don't know if you realize that.
You don't.
But your manifestation of who you're growing to be as an artist and as a young man, as a man in general, it just wouldn't allow you to do that. See, it's some things that I've had to grow out of in my lifetime that I thought that I was just gonna be able to continue to do, and I was the life of the party.
Man.
I own the bars, I own the clubs. If I didn't own it, I was in cahoots with it and my money was in it. That's why you saw me at the dough. But I had to get out of that. As a financial planner and as someone who gives business consulting advice, they don't like that. You can't be the party person.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying? When you're taking care of people's money and you're taking care of people's lives. So some things that you have to change, it's just in you to change because it's time and the Lord has put a blessing on you that you're going to receive at some point, because it's just the manifestation of all that good thought, all that prayer that because prayer, that like Rosa Parks, there's a lot of prayer, buddy. Prayer change your life.
It's in that.
It's in that. All of that is in that. So I just wanted to say that and put that on you.
And then, like I say, this man here is the definition of a businessman. This man is business first. Me and him had this conversation on the telephone.
Right.
He is business first before he's even a human being.
He value the
And it take you. And the bad part, it ain't even about it's not about accumulating the wealth. He just want to be successful. It's a difference.
That's all I talk
You know, you want to look back at you want to leave a legacy. He want to leave a good legacy. You know what I'm saying? This man going to leave businesses instead of money. That's the smart thing. Because if you leave me a business where I can give myself a $50,000 a year salary for the rest of my life, or you can leave me $100,000, what do you want?
I can do business with a lot of people. But the reason I do business with him is because he wants to leave wealth. He wants to leave his people something.
Yep.
He
Plug them
cares
guys.
about his family.
And another one.
That's the whole purpose of being an entrepreneur.
Hey, what can I say? What I can't say?
You say what
So
it
that's
is.
why we doing this one.
So this is what just a conversation I had with a youngster today and just life. Nobody ain't give us. You know my struggle.
I was there.
I've been through a lot of stuff around the wrong path, and I still feel I made it. You know what I'm saying? Like,
you did. What you talking
about? Prison ain't set me back. Prison made me smarter. And they say that you go and you come back and be a better criminal, but no, that wasn't my philosophy.
If you choose to be a better criminal,
like when I was there, like I didn't play table games. I did sports to stay active, but I was in there typing. I hung out with Italians.
Bettering yourself.
Yeah, because I was like. And then it's done because they sit there and they give us all this time. I was locked up like this. I'm telling you, I was locked up with Michael Vick, the show the type of place where I was at.
No, you was in Livermore.
Yeah, he was
Shout out Mike Vick. Shout out Mike Vick.
I taught him how to play chess. You know?
Oh, my boy Mike Vick. Football.
Yeah.
We talk dogs and women. You know, that's all we talk.
Damn.
I was locked up with people
I
involved.
hit that bell.
Yeah.
Mike Vick.
One time with Mike Vick.
That's crazy.
Two over there.
But I was locked up with people that was part of the Enron. Like I talked to the white collar.
Yes.
I
Yeah.
wasn't
Enron
like
stuff?
I didn't talk to drug dealers. Because I'm like, what can you teach me?
What can you
I've been selling drugs since I was 15 years old. What can you teach? I want to, and you sit there and talk to these people that steal millions. I'm talking about people that I locked up for stealing millions and got a year. Like, what? You get a year
It's a
for
game.
me?
You know the
So
game.
I was in the wrong field.
Yeah.
And talking to them type of people made me say, dang, if I had an uncle that is illegal, but you say, hey nephew, we can go and write this and do that or copy this and we can get $1 million.
$1 million.
Instead of me sitting out on the block day and night fighting for my life.
Yeah, you gonna
so
shoot
my
for that.
point is we as the young people don't have nobody to teach them differently. Like you talking about leaving stuff, like you don't have, that's all you knew. You worked at, you was always working. You always worked. I didn't want to work. I think you got me a couple of jobs before.
Yes, I did.
He ain't go to damn motherfucking job. You got him, bro.
But it's like, so I'm looking at you and your crew like, are they eating? And I look at my other homies and like, oh, they eating. And it was easy. But if I would have had somebody saying like, I offer, I offer the kid, hey man, if you want a job, man, it ain't gonna pay you much, but he give you something to do.
Get you out the street.
We didn't have we didn't have a lot of this, so I guess big up to the platform to get out there. And,
Oh yeah, that's what we're trying to do, bro. That's what we're trying to do.
And one thing about this, we were in a group where dope, family, they dick, having all these kids and baby mamas and all that shit got everybody into a lot of trouble. So you either had or you didn't.
You got the gang violence in the city back then.
Yeah, and the gang violence. Yeah. So it was just a lot. So you don't have a bunch of folks in the middle to teach a bunch of folks.
Right.
Like I tell the people, I'm rare, and I hide out. Trust me, and it's for a reason because we don't have a whole, once again the balance with the pendulum in St. Louis doesn't sway equally. Right. That's all I want people to understand.
Oh yeah. We only get so much. Jay can attest to this too. Jay Ali attest to it. And Jay Savage can too. Look, we take over anything we get into.
Right.
If they show it to us one time, it's over.
Maximize it.
It's over.
Maximize
a lot of stuff
it.
we created
That they took from us and made it more expensive, so we can't play it.
And you know why you do that? One thing I will say in my educational journeys across this country, your high schools, whether city or county, were better than the freaking high schools in Indiana, Illinois, Kansas, Tennessee. St. Louis has some of the best educational programs in the country.
Okay. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie.
Man, you learn some shit when you really go to school and want to learn in St. Louis. That's the point that these people are trying to make. St. Louis has one of the better educational systems across the country. Far.
Okay.
So even if you don't go past high school, you got enough to make it. You got enough to make it.
Yeah. So Jay, speaking of high school, at the high school, did you do anything?
Yeah, I went to the military.
Thank you for your service, sir. Thank you for your service. Big up. Thank you for your service.
I ain't go right after school, cause
So what made you make that decision?
All right, so
was it the street or was it something you had always contemplated?
Well, at Riverview, they put me in ROTC my freshman year. I was getting ready to fight.
Riverview had an ROTC program.
Yeah. So that kind of helped me stay out of a little bit of trouble.
Okay.
Cause they put me in there, so it's like, all right. If you had your uniform on,
you couldn't be doing that crazy.
Yeah, and if you got in a fight in your uniform, you got kicked out. And I'm like,
I don't mean cut you off. Do you think that could be a solution for what's going on with the schools now?
No, they don't care.
They don't care.
Yeah, because now at Riverview, everybody when they had it, everybody had to go through it. But when I was there, it was just either they put you in it or you signed up to be in it.
Oh,
shout out to Chief Gift.
But the sad part is that most of these. Oh, okay, yeah. The sad part is that most of these schools and everything, they treat their athletes better than they treat their scholars. And I think
I wasn't like that at our school.
I think that's backwards.
They ain't even care.
When you had a pep rally for honor roll students.
I mean, that's
if you had a pep rally for
that's the norm,
though.
That's the norm.
But I'm saying though,
and
I don't think that's right though.
It shouldn't be. You're right. When academia becomes more important than sports,
so you have
the educational system
you have a
will
dude
change.
that graduated and become a world-renowned physicist,
right?
And you got a dude
celebrate him just like a touchdown.
Dude to play 2 years of college as a cornerback.
I agree.
But you got his picture and his trophy. As soon as you walk into school, so they pushing that. When you go in any school, what's the first thing you see? The fucking trophy.
Yeah, that's the first thing you
And they getting the NIL now.
You know what I'm saying?
No
So
academic NIL.
I love it.
So
Don't get me to talking. I love it.
that's another problem because
it ain't cool to be a nerd. That's the whole thing.
it is not cool to be a nerd.
Well, here's the thing. To flip our thoughts, let's hustle different.
Amen.
Because I keep going back to that because here's the point. There's about 3-4 million jobs out there, and they're all in the tech. So it's sitting on your ass learning about computers. It ain't going to use your hands no more.
Yeah.
So if you can't use your brain and use that computer, you ain't gonna have shit but a hustle. So once again,
That's why.
let's teach them to flip. Let's flip it.
That's why I said I'm gonna take my son and put him where he can learn this new AI shit.
Yeah.
You know
Got
what
to.
I'm saying?
And the
Everybody
hustle-
running from AI, but we need to embrace it as a
Yeah,
culture.
because-
Us.
We gonna.
Because they gonna use it.
Yep.
Shit, we need to be using it.
STEM classes.
All right, y'all. We gotta wrap this up.
I use
Hold on, man. We gonna
Hey,
go
that
around
was
the table.
lovely.
I want to thank my co-host, Big Ted, the playmaker, J.R. Lee, St. Louis Historian. Thank you for coming through. My nephew Terrell. Terrell gonna be back. He just don't know it yet.
St. Louis.
Jay Savage is gonna be a
I'm
part
right
2
early.
with him because he was running today. He had to go do some business before he got here, so he was running a little behind. I ain't mad about it. My best friend Beans over here, y'all. I'm Dave,
Beans,
aka Gray D, the unofficial mayor of St. Louis. Here, people vouch for that. I can claim that title. Anybody on this panel, if you want to get in touch with them, just rewind the YouTube.
Biz
They
Doctor
did
underscore
give out-
Teddy.
Yep, they get everybody. One last time before we go, give me your contact.
JAYROCK2194. That's my IG. JR Lee, that's the Facebook. Hit me up.
Real talking about Green Dog and
We got the Green Dog
and
out
the
there. I
dog
don't
and
think
the
I got a
Frenchies.
page. We got Gateway City Frenchies and Press with Attitude, PWA, all on IG and Facebook.
Yo, y'all can hit me up on Facebook, John Savage. My Instagram is Johnny JONNIE .savage .so early.
And the show is when?
It's next Saturday.
Next Saturday,
up.
hey,
And
we
I ain't
there.
going to
We're
work.
gonna have
I'm
footage when we
outside.
come back to the show.
Yeah, put that shit on.
I'm gonna try to get them on the Sunday after the show because I think
Oh, yeah,
that'll
let's
be a
do it.
great interview because that energy will still be there. If you're available next Sunday, I would love you to come
Oh yeah,
back, bro.
come on. Yeah,
back.
I'm trying to preserve it.
All right,
now.
Beans. Hey,
You can email me at streetchamp74@gmail.com.
and that's where y'all can order the fresh. Here, stand up, showing the pants too, show them everything, man. Show them what's going down. Yep, there it is. There it is. There it is.
Always got it.
And then you can find me on Hustle Different on YouTube.com, or you can give me. I really don't have a Facebook like that I want to make public because my Facebook ain't like that. You go on there and see nothing but me and my wife. But cars, look, cars, clothes, and my wife. So Hustle Different, mycitymymusic.com. Big up to Justin. Thank you, sir. I know we ran a little over. I appreciate your patience. But
Thank you, sir.
all these guys will be back. Like I said, we just starting this off. We kicking it off. We're going to come back with some
And
bigger,
everything is fluid.
better stories, better information for you. As the information comes available to us, we're going to relay it to the public. Appreciate it, y'all. Thank y'all so much.
And we out.
For
We
sure.
out.
Ring the bell on that one.